Until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99. And that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar, and I just want to tell you, if you're in business or got an event coming up and want to do some advertising, wisely spent dollars are spent down here at Blue Water Broadcasting. All the guys are nice, easy to work with, and I see results, I guarantee you.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
After damning politicians uphill and down dale for many years as rogues, vagabonds, frauds, and scoundrels, I sometimes suspected, like everyone else, I often expect too much of them. In politics, man must learn to rise above principle.
This is a Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Friday edition of the program. Already in-house with me, we have Troy Carrico. How are you today, fine sir?
I'm outstanding. Happy Friday and top of the morning and early afternoon to you.
Indeed, and we have some updates. Eddie Bader should be joining us here in just a moment, coming in on two wheels. In one moment, I already kind of know the answer to this, but you see in front of you, I left a pack of Reese's cups and Mr. Beast's Feastables peanut butter cups, and we're gonna have you two taste test those and which one is better at some point, because I think I was talking to Sky about it on the changeover, folks, that Reese's apparently changed up their formula, and so it's not as good as it used to be.
Really?
And when you try the Mr. Beast, I think you're going to be shocked.
Okay.
At the difference. So we'll do that once Eddie Bader gets here.
I'm an aficionado of dark chocolate and peanut butters, and there's many different peanut butters. I only use natural peanut butters, and there's a difference between the natural with the oil on top. Some of it's so good, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, because I always We'll take
Right.
Ghirardelli chocolate chips,
Yeah.
mix them in, stuff like that. It's so good. So
So,
good.
trying to be somewhat healthy, my dessert of recent has been just a big old spoonful of like Jif crunchy peanut butter and a protein shake.
All that
a
good,
chocolate
all that good
protein shake.
hydrogenated oil for you. Man.
Yeah,
You'll
there
love
you
that
go.
stuff. Gotta have that in your veins.
That's
Boom,
got to be so healthy, right? Now,
No, I'm not just joking.
like a quick breakdown. Trump is sending out a new warning to the deranged scumbags of Iran's terrorist regime, but we can get to his full Truth Social statement.
We can.
But at one point, and I think this is from multiple interviews this morning, regime change will happen, but not immediately, says Trump, saying the regime literally has people in the streets with machine guns. That's a pretty big hurdle to climb for people that don't have weapons. Trump also saying, I think the Ayatollah is probably alive, and that Putin may be helping Iran a little bit.
China has you know what's really disturbing? Yes, Russia is. They're using GLONASS, which is their version of GPS. They have a bevy of satellites in orbit, which is called GLONASS.
Right.
The Chinese spy ship, the Liaotong, has been docked, or not docked, is anchored right off the coast of Oman, and it has these huge radar arrays, and it is feeding real-time intelligence to. We know that for a fact from we call it ELINT, which is emissions intelligence.
See, I've not been trying to do the freak out like World War III. I'm not going full Alex Jones. Folks, we might be on the brink of thermonuclear
I'm going to
war.
walk you back. You don't need to worry about that. But
That is a fun way to wake up in the morning, folks. We might be on the brink of thermonuclear war.
I heard saw that.
Like, that's just the over-the-top nature
Tune in
of
to
it.
find out when.
Exactly. Though my favorite Alex Jones moment is when he was talking to Charlie Sheen. He's like, Charlie, you're not lying. I've seen your hernia. Like, what? You've seen a
That's
man's
something that you
hernia?
don't want confirmation from somebody else on the air. So.
Now, also breaking, U.S. Marines amphibious force consisting of several warships and 5,000 warfighters heading to the theater, at least.
Yes. Another expeditionary force.
Now, what would that be for? Would that be for, like, I've heard, I don't remember the name of it, but it's an island.
It's called Kark Island.
Where you could essentially control all the oil supply.
Yeah, Kark, Kharq. That is the 89%, almost 90% of all the oil that comes out of that, Iran goes through that. I've heard that the 82nd Airborne is going to be jumping onto the island because there's an airfield, and to take the airfield. This is what I'm hearing from my people inside, that the plans are to jump in, take that facility, then the Marines will probably come in and secure some other beachhead areas if they were going to. Now, here's the thing, and I want to say this to you, so you're probably going to take exception to it. I'm okay with ground forces, only in specific scenarios. If we can take out a center of gravity, some sort of gravitas organization like a headquarters unit that is controlling something, or if we know there's uranium there, we send in a strike team, get the uranium out. I'm okay with that, all right? I don't want an occupation force. I don't want boots on the ground for a permanency. But if we can speed up the process, we're too far in now. We need to finish this. And here's my concern. Israel, they're just mowing the grass is what they're doing right now.
Right.
They're just carpeting everything.
Right.
Which, that's not good.
Yeah, no, I don't necessarily take exception in the sense that, well, number one, what I want and my opinion on, like, this particular war, I think I'm a little tired of the panicans. Even folks I love dearly who are freaking out over this. I am more like, hey, I will be upset when there are certain results. I'm a mere spectator here. And so say if you do send in the Marines, you do send in the 82nd Airborne, and then all of a sudden something goes wrong. And then like the regime isn't falling, and actually the Strait of Hormuz has been mined, and like the oil prices are now skyrocketing. I'd be like, guys, and by guys I mean President Trump, Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Rubio, Secretary of War Hegseth, and many others. Y'all got egg all over your face if that comes.
You're right about that.
And so, like, I know it's a cliche, but the enemy always gets a vote. And then beyond that, as we've talked about, the fog of war. So I'm continuing to pray this will be short term and that it will create an enduring peace. But that's in God's hands, not mine. And so when you talk about, okay, we need to do this particular action in order to speed this up and secure this particular thing, fair enough. I imagine that is wise tactically. But I'm more worried on the strategic level of, are we in fact doing a short-term endeavor? Or, as you mentioned, are we getting into a game where you have the Russians and the Chinese, as well as the Israelis, not exactly on the same page as us, that have different motivations maybe than we do, though there's a lot of overlap there, no doubt. So, one thing to underline that point, did you hear the audio of the fighter pilots talking to one another? It was an American and Israeli saying it's an honor to fly next to you.
Cool. That's cool.
Well, it's a mutual feeling, hit hard, gentlemen, hit hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you get these moments of like, okay, you see the warrior and you see the excellence of the warrior, but again, on this grand level, and not just on, say, martial strategy and like what you do with war, but on political strategy and what this nation wants. We do not want another long conflict. This is clear. And I know the administration's been saying over and over again, we're not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing that. But right now, the folks who are, say, have bigger platforms, like a Tucker Carlson, as opposed, and then obviously biggest platforms in the world if you're running the White House. We'll see who's right.
I do. And, I think the thing you talked about, you said the panicans, as you called them. One of the things that I always realize after we get into a little conflict, like, for instance, we lost the KC-135 tanker. All 6 are confirmed dead now. And I think...
Iraq,
I'm talking to one of my good Marine Sergeant Major friends, Sergeant Major Bill Kinney. He's usually listening out in the Ozarks. So if you're there, Bill, we love you. He says, Troy, he goes, I'm reminded every time that when we lose life, America doesn't have the stomach. It's not had to suffer. We have made, I've said this, victory has made us soft. Victory has defeated us, as Bane said to Batman when he's beating him up. Victory has defeated you. The thing is, war is hell. The quicker we bring about and the more ruthless we are, it will end. And the thing is that if we're in, then we need to go in. None of this gradual escalation. Let's do this and get it done. And I will say this to all the neophytes out there, neocons that are isolationist and libertarian isolationists. Trust me, the world is a nasty place, and you can't hide from it, all right? So better now to take it on. And I would say this to you. Do not, I will allay your fears. China and Russia are going to do nothing. Russia can't do anything. Russia can't get out of its own way. China is trying to be a force greater because we have basically choked them off. They have nothing now if we destroy this, which we will. We will.
Yeah, no, and so it continues. It's just like yesterday, it was it started to become like, okay, this is Trump's usual. We've won. When he said we've won,
I know.
I'm like, don't do that. Don't do the mission accomplished banner thing. Don't do that.
How many wars have I solved now? Is this 8, 9?
Right. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because when you see all the headlines in particular about the Strait of Hormuz. Now, on that, we'll get to it in a second. The media is running a lot of stories that the administration didn't even plan for Iran trying to close the Strait of Hormuz. Even I know that's a nonsense story. Given like anybody who's ever looked at a potential conflict with Iran knows that's on the table for the Iranians to do. It's like, duh. And yet this is, there. I was going over it yesterday with the crew. I think there is constructive criticism. There's like, I'm criticizing it because I love you and I want us to accomplish our goals. And then there is the, those who sow fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The FUD. And it's not just in economics and markets. There's a lot of that in regard to this. So I don't know where this goes. I'm listening to different predictions. Now, the Secretary of War, Hegseth, was asked by a reporter about what Tucker Carlson said. So let's listen in to Pete's response to Tucker.
In parts of the party, particularly from your fellow Fox News alum Tucker Carlson, he called the war disgusting and evil, and then said of unconditional surrender, which the president has called for, means foreign troops get to rape your wives and daughters. Have you heard these comments, and what's your reaction to them?
We're busy executing on behalf of great patriotic Americans with a clear mission that's 47 years overdue. And we're going to execute on that regardless of what people say about it.
Yeah, I thought the comment from Tucker on the unconditional surrender thing was unnecessary. I understand what he's referring to history, but...
I know that we spent an evening with him, and not in an intimate setting, but it was intimate. It was right there. But I got to tell you, and I say this, I fear that he has become much like Candace Owens, a sensationalist that wants more hits, wants more growth. And I hate saying that, but there's no need for him to say such things. It isn't. Sorry, they're not constructive or in any positive way that we could take good things from it.
Now, here is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dan Kane, General Kane.
Yeah, he's
Raisin Kane. And he is going to lay out, what today is going to be about there on the battlefield in theater. Let's listen in.
As the Secretary said, today will be our heaviest day of kinetic fires across the operating area. CENTCOM continues to attack ballistic missile and drone capabilities so that they are no longer a threat to U.S. forces, our bases, or our partners. They're continuing to destroy the Iranian Navy to ensure freedom of navigation, and this means going after Iran's mine-laying capability and destroying their ability to attack commercial vessels. And we're targeting their defense industrial base so they cannot rebuild the capabilities that can harm America's interests or our partners in the future. As Admiral Cooper said in his update on Wednesday, Iranian combat power continues to decline as a result of the continued strikes, as the Secretary talked about. We've attacked over 6,000 targets, and our strike packages continue to launch every hour, and we've maintained an unprecedented number of sorties up overhead of Iran. CENTCOM is now persistently over the enemy, and a result, we've seen a reduction in missile and one-way attack fires, as the Secretary said. In less than 2 weeks, we've rendered the Iranian Navy combat ineffective and continue to attack naval vessels, including all of their Soleimani-class warships, which were armed with anti-ship missiles and anti-aircraft weapons. We've made progress, but Iran still has the capability to harm friendly forces and commercial shipping, and our work on this effort continues. But I want to make something clear. The only thing preventing commercial traffic and flow through the straits right now, which there is some through the straits, is Iran. They are the belligerents here holding the straits closed, although there is some traffic moving through there. We've made it a priority to target Iran's mine-laying enterprise, their mine layers, the naval bases and depots, in addition to the missiles that could influence the straits, and CENTCOM continues to attack those efforts. And we continue to make progress on the industrial base to include factories, weapons, warehouses that are stored in, and we will continue to do so in the coming days, especially today.
So, again, that is from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. And by the way, I just like how he presents things in a very sober, solemn way.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I could have shortened it down for him into 3 words. Ass-kicking violence is going to happen today over Iraq.
That's one AKV for the day,
Just
folks.
for the day.
That is one AKV.
I had a whiteboard I was going to bring in for
the day. And in a second, we'll continue to see some of how the media is sowing fear, uncertainty, and doubt in, I think, a way that is not constructive. Again, you can have fear, you can have uncertainty, you can have doubt, but it should be genuine. Don't just sow it to sow it. And what happened here is Zachary Cohen of CNN said new.
Are they still broadcasting?
Yeah, I think so.
They got a new ownership, don't they?
I haven't checked them out in a while.
I keep saying they had to retract something. The reason I'm asking you,
I'll see Scott Jennings clips online.
I've seen Scott. That's the one only one I've seen.
Well, before I read this new from CNN, did you see Paul Begala, the old Clintonite?
No, what?
I
know who he is, but I didn't see.
He was laying out like how much money Pete Hegseth personally has spent on lobster and steak. And I love Scott Jennings. He goes, do you think the Secretary of Defense is eating all the lobster himself?
I like that. So,
and Begala's just acting dumb that, this is a tradition. Right before you go to war, you're feeding them steak and lobster.
And I got news for those people. The military cooks can screw up a steak and lobster too. Okay?
Oh, yeah?
Don't you worry about it. Oh, yeah.
It's like
your steak's like a piece of leather, it's all like over grilled. It's well.
Yeah, I got a like a leather boot here and a sneaker.
And I got a crawdad over here, or crawfish.
Yeah, I've seen bigger shrimp over at Fresh Market.
That's what I'm trying to say. I laugh when I see that. I'm like, you people know nothing. Just stop.
Now here's the latest from Know Nothing CNN. New. The Pentagon and National Security Council significantly underestimated Iran's willingness to close the Strait of Hormuz in response to U.S. military strikes while planning the ongoing operation, sources tell me. And a few other reporters. Top Trump officials acknowledged to lawmakers during recent classified briefings that they did not plan for the possibility of Iran closing the strait in response to strikes, per 3 sources.
Okay.
The reason, multiple sources said, was administration officials believed closing the strait would hurt Iran more than the U.S., a view that was bolstered by Iran's empty threats to act in the strait after U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities last summer. Well, Tim Sheehy, Senator Sheehy, says, I received a classified briefing from the administration. It is categorically false that they did not plan for Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz. Lawmakers and national security officials have known for years that this was Iran's plan once their backs were against the wall. Also, Tom Cotton saying, I'm the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee. We literally have been planning this stuff for decades.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as I said earlier, my only experience with war making is playing Age of Empires and Sid Meier's Civilization.
Yeah.
And I knew this.
Right.
I'm just watching a YouTube video. Like, it's just, and so when they're sowing this, like, we got sources on the inside, and we just they just underestimated Iran's willingness to do this. I'm like, give me a break. And by the way, as you just heard General Kane say, there is stuff still flowing through. Now, a lot of it is oil going to China from Iran.
Sure.
And a few others. But the question is, how quickly can the United States secure that to where it's not even a question anymore?
Well, so one of the things that has been prevalent is Trump, and again, and I know being the Secretary of War and the Joint Chairman of the staff for Trump could be difficult because he likes to tweet a lot. He's out there saying things. We will escort the tankers through the strait. Let me explain something to you. They would have to use destroyers to do that, and in so doing, you remove the most critical layer of defense for your carrier strike group. Those are the air defenders, and all the drone defenders is on these. So if you're tasking them to protect tankers, you have an opening to hit one, and all it takes is one lucky shot. That's all it takes to make make a story.
Oh, yeah.
So don't want to go there.
And as you were describing to me earlier in the week, like some of these mine laying boats, as well as some of these drones that could blow up a side of a tanker, they're tiny. It's
They're
like you see bigger boats down probably on the lake.
Yeah, no, they're 30, some of them are like 31, 33 feet, and they just have one mine on the back, and they dop it off, and they go fast and get away.
Right. So I don't know. This is why I was telling folks who are feeling triumphant, pump the brakes a little bit. It was also why I was telling folks, though, don't go full doomsday just yet. This is messy. I think it is a shame, as you mentioned earlier, to see more men killed.
It is.
And of course, if you've lost actual friends and brothers, as you have, it's probably back to the folks sowing FUD. How dare you mention that in order to, like, you don't know the weight of this.
It's sacrilege, and it's and I always, my first thought is I'd like to do something to them. Then I realize I pray for people like that. You're speaking about things that you know nothing of.
And we should, of course, pray for those families. We do not know their names yet, but we know there were 6 U.S. service members killed when the KC-135 refueling plane went down over Iraq.
Clipped by another aircraft.
Really?
That was the cause of the wreck. It landed safely. I'm not sure what type of aircraft. They have not released it, but it got clipped. So one of the things that is a little concerning of late is the shooting down of our 3 F-15s by a Kuwaiti FA-18. It seems like there's a little bit of fog of war and confusion over our friendly places. So that was a problem. That should have never been anywhere near that aircraft when they were flying. So
again, 334-272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. Coming up, there's a phrase that has gone viral today on X, at least. Christ is King. And it's because of some comments Ted Cruz made, saying that, well, there are a lot of people using that in the wrong way. Now, and a lot of folks are not just posting Christ is King. Good morning, Christ is King, Christ is King. And yes, I would say, yes, Christ is King.
Always.
He's King of Kings.
He's King of Kings, yes.
He's Lord of Lords.
Prince of Princes, and the great physician, too.
And before we even get to Ted Cruz's point or what other folks are saying online, it's one thing to say that with your whole heart. Even if you don't even say it aloud, you say it with your whole heart and all your strength that Christ is King. Amen, amen.
Every day.
But be careful about evoking the name of God and testing him. I say that and tremble myself.
Yes.
So
Understand it. Speaking of which, I just want to share with your listeners, Joey got me a very wonderful, let me come back, there we go. You see the cross on there maybe, I don't know. This is the rosary of the Knights of Sebast, of the 40 that we talked about
40
that died.
martyrs of
Thank you,
Sebast.
Joey. This
You're
means
welcome.
a lot to me, and I will wear this on a regular basis to remind myself of the lions that were there in the Roman legions way before us. Are you willing to die for Christ? I asked my fellow Christians. A lot of people, not sure.
Yeah, and especially the men who volunteered. And when you go into the details of families were probably watching as this went on.
Sure.
And this was a conflict between East and West, like Constantine and who's the other guy, the other Eastern Emperor.
The Eastern Emperor.
Who went back to the pagan ways.
Yeah, it was.
That's why he was
I know who
testing
you're
these
talking
men.
about, yeah,
And yeah, when you read history and you see what people were willing to do in the name of Christ the King, again, that's why I say, when you're online and having your flame wars on X,
Yeah.
whatever side you're falling on,
be careful.
be careful.
So what are you wearing? Share with
It's
us
a
what you have.
memento mori. So
tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I've always enjoyed the, enjoyed isn't the right word. I've always appreciated it. And for a long time had a coin that I would keep in my pocket, a memento mori coin, and often would have my phone background as a memento mori. And it's just remember you will die. Remember that all this passes away. And so this is, and these are bracelet wrap rosaries, and they're full ones. So it has all 5 decades.
That's so cool.
You don't have to say it if you feel like it, though. God love you, do it. But obviously do not have to join in on that regard. But
I was Lutheran.
It's
Catholic
a nice
light.
reminder.
I'm a
There
Catholic
you
light.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
I went through catechism.
Yeah, and it's just a reminder where on mine the bead that would be where you say the Our Father, which all Christians share,
where is
is
that
a
located
a
at?
little skull.
Oh, cool. That's even cool. That's very
little
cool.
black skull. Yeah, so, I don't sit here and describe the whole rosary. It starts with the crucifix, then a bead for the Our Father, then 3 Hail Marys and Our Father, and it starts the 5 decades.
Some people might say, that's a really dark rosary. No, not if you don't believe. If you believe, if you don't believe, it's really dark. If you believe, it's the promise of what lies beyond.
Anyway.
Powerful. Thank you, brother, for getting that for us.
Of course. And we'll get to Ted Cruz and the Flame Wars
they're
online.
boring. We're talking about Jesus Christ right now. Yeah.
Well, how about this? Let's hit a break. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Good afternoon, Wetumpka and surrounding areas. It's your city DJ Fresh broadcasting live right here, right now at Riverside Chevrolet. Highway 231 in Wetumpka. Pull up on us. It's going down right here, right now for our Warm Hearts for Seniors supply drive. And this is our last week, last day. And guess what? I need to see you, baby. I'm only here till 1 p.m. I'm looking for some items. Replacement shakes, exercise stretch bands. I need stress balls and blankets and cleaning supplies. We need that, all right? Once again, we linked up with our friends to collect these supplies for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium. Find out more about it at our website at bluewaterbroadcasting.com. We do have other sponsored locations, and just in case you can't make it here, you can also swing by our Blue Water Broadcasting studios and drop off those items right there. Once again, it's been a big pleasure to help seniors live independent and productive lives, and you've been a part of that. Once again, I'm here live at Riverside Chevrolet, located at Highway 231 in Wetumpka until 1 p.m. Warm Hearts for Senior supply drives going down this week, and we need your help to make it happen. It's DJ Fresh, broadcasting live for Blue Water Broadcasting.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breakers tripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that, because each year thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233.
And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe.
That is correct.
Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth.
What was that?
I went to the Walmart, man.
Yes?
And I accidentally went in the back door.
How did that work out?
Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in.
And then what did you do?
I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter.
You flew millions of miles just for that.
Hey, man, I don't ride them. I just read them.
Good afternoon, Wetumpka and surrounding areas. It's DJ Fresh broadcasting live for our Warm Hearts for Senior Supply Drive this week. Our last stop, and I'm live on location at Riverside Chevrolet, located at Highway 231 in Wetumpka. I'm here until 1 p.m. Sprinter van, wide open. You'll see it right here on the highway where you could drop off those supplies. Shouts out to all the sponsors that helped make this a major success. And of course, if you can't make it to this location, you can always go by our studios in Montgomery. Right now, I'm looking for fans and meal replacement shakes, cleaning supplies, exercise stretch bands, stretch balls, blankets, and much more. As we collect these supplies for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium, feel free to pull up right here. I'm right next to the Sprinter van. It's wide open, and I'm here till 1 p.m. Riverside Chevrolet for our Warm Hearts for Seniors Supply Drive. It's DJ Fresh, broadcasting live for Blue Water Broadcasting.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Go to work for a family that puts God and family first. Wiley Sanders is looking for experienced dump truck drivers. Call them today, 855-777-9785. Drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Lines and be part of the family.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Our forecast is getting a little better today and a lot better tomorrow, I think. Today's high temperature a little below normal, high around 70 with plenty of sunshine. Mostly clear, chilly tonight, overnight low temperature in the mid-40s. But Saturday's forecast looks good with lots of sunshine and a high temperature in the upper 70s. I think we'll be around 81 Sunday with the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon and a better chance Sunday night, followed by another big drop in temperatures as we get into Monday. In fact, we may not make it out of the 50s with lows in the mid-30s by Monday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. Second half of the first hour. Whatever that is. The second sixth?
That would be the first third.
Yeah. Eddie Bader now joining us.
Hey, buddies.
How you doing?
Hi.
And I hope you noticed there that when you feel like it, I already ate my Feastables, but we're going to taste test, compare.
Oh, the two?
Reese's up against Feastables peanut butter cups.
Okay.
Now, I already got the Feastables and ate it because I was hungry, and gum, it's good.
The peanut butter, because of Mr. B stuff, the peanut butter is always creamier, and I hate to say it, but a little bit better than the Reese's.
I haven't tried it, but I'm a huge fan, Eddie. I was telling Joey, my go-to snack if I'm going to eat something is dark chocolate, Ghirardelli usually, and natural peanut butter with the oil.
Yes.
And there is a difference between peanut butters. Some are bitter, some are not.
Yep.
But the idea, I don't know if this is, but I'm looking forward to trying it.
So here I've got ready to go for the most part. I'll admit I've not listened to this yet.
Oh?
This is Ted Cruz on CBN, the Christian Broadcasting Network.
All right.
Okay.
And this is the account that shared this. Y'all are familiar with, forgive me, Lord, Retard Finder?
No.
No, he just, he became a huge X account.
Yep.
Okay.
Because his handle is @IFindRetards. And
what's he do, Joey?
And when somebody posts a thing that he thinks is dumb, he goes, found one.
Found one. Yep.
And he's like the first comment on a lot of stuff.
That's kind of funny.
Yep.
Found one. And it's just, what a world we live in, folks.
Like nerd alert.
Yeah.
It's not wholesome, but it is funny.
That is funny.
So here is Ted Cruz on CBN. And I'm going to hear the man out for it characterize it. Let's hear it.
And I said, I'm really troubled by how the phrase Christ is King is being used. Look, I agree with the statement, Christ is King. Although it is being used online in a way that is meant to say, screw you, Jew. It is being used in a context very directly to say, I hate Jews, and that's almost an online code word. Christ is King is, I hate the Jew.
Is that your view, or why do you say that?
Because you see the people who are saying it, and they're saying it in that context. They're saying Jews are horrible, good, like they're attacking Jews, and they end with Christ is King.
Now, I have seen that.
Okay.
But then I've also seen folks post this as just a message, and then they get accused of, anyway.
To make it sound like somehow there's a biblical basis for attacking Jews. Look, Jesus was a Jew. And by the way, the twisted theology that says Jews are Christ killers, and that's been used to justify anti-Semitism, to justify persecution and murder. Look, as I read the Gospels, Jesus went to the cross willingly. He made the choice to go to the cross, and it was not the Jews who killed Jesus. It was me. It was you. Look, Jesus died for our sins because man is fallen, and the wages of sin is death. And Jesus took on the punishment that you deserve and I deserve so that we could be covered in his blood and receive salvation, not through works, not through what we do, but through the gift of God. And so the idea of blaming the Jews, and look, to be clear, the precise people who drove the nails in Jesus's wrists and feet were the Romans. I don't see anyone being angry at the Italians. They happened to be who was in charge of the government at the time that Jesus was crucified, but it was Pontius Pilate who gave the order. And so I will say the phrase, look, Christ is King, and to be honest, that was not a phrase I grew up with in church, and I was thinking about it the other day. we would say things like Jesus loves you, Jesus saves. That tended to be more. Christ is King is a phrase that seems to have originated online, and it's some of kind of the Groyper folks.
What are you talking about? It's in the book of Revelation.
I agree.
It almost sort of invokes images of the crusade, that in the name of Jesus we will conquer everyone else in a way that I don't think is right or biblical.
Ooh, that last part.
Yeah.
For instance, the way the Gospel of Luke is written is meant to take on the idea of Caesar as Lord.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, it is a challenge to who was the most powerful king at that time. It was Caesar. And it's saying, and Caesar's, they have all these different histories of it and how they claim divine things for Caesar Augustus and all this stuff. But it's over the top. It's look how glorious he is, whereas the true king of the entire world in existence is born humbly in a manger.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But the whole point is to say Christ is king there in the Gospel of Luke. And a big part of Jesus is fulfilling he's of David, the offspring of David.
Yes.
He fulfills the Davidic line. And so, man, it does frustrate me because there's an aspect of truth of what Ted Cruz is saying with the online culture. There's no doubt about that.
And it's funny.
But also, he started to lose me.
When you said that, when you told me today, you said about Christ as King, I never once crossed my mind to use that as against a Jew. Listen, it's so antithetical to being a Christian to me that when you said that, and then when I heard him say that, I thought, is that really what some people are saying? Mm-hmm. Then they, like you said, what'd you say, Joey? Be careful how you invoke the name.
Yes. And I
get it now.
That's everybody needs to be careful in that regard. But also, you don't want to be ashamed of it either.
Nope.
There's a difference between shame and humility, I suppose. But and again, maybe this is the birth pangs of something better for the United States, and that this is part of the discourse, is that people are re-examining and what do these things mean? Mm-hmm. And even if it's used in a very, very ugly way as a cudgel, it's also interesting to see Ted Cruz struggle with, well, I didn't really grow up with this. So
that last part just ruined everything you said before.
Right.
Plus, after watching Ted Cruz interview with Tucker a while back, I just can't help but go back to that.
Yes, it was weak.
Yeah.
Very weak.
Yeah.
So perhaps we don't need to get our faith from our politicians, but I would want to hope and pray that anybody in a position of power who is helping to wield the sword of authority is a God-fearing believer.
Right.
I think there is something about when you look at the founding of this nation, technically the Constitution was meant to, not have an establishment of religion. But if you look at all the state constitutions, there was always a profession of at least belief in God, let alone a particular denomination or tradition of Christianity in given states. And, you look at the founding writers and thinkers, they all, even somebody who you could argue is more deistic like a Jefferson or a Franklin, even they understood that these sort of things must be here for a people to succeed. In fact, I believe it's in the Constitutional Convention where they couldn't agree on something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And of all people, that dirty dog, and he was, Ben Franklin, Ben Franklin at that point.
He's a scoundrel.
Who knows what he got from the French girls. Mm-hmm. But that dirty dog who, was clever, very, very clever, he said, well, why not, we should pray about this. And he essentially says, who are we to not, and a lot of folks didn't want to do it, saying, what did we do in here? And he goes, we prayed during the revolution.
For deliverance.
And Providence brought us deliverance from the British Empire. Sure. Who are we to deny him now? Jefferson, who does the Jefferson Bible and removes all sorts of claims of divinity, and a lot of he reduces Jesus down to a brilliant teacher, which I heard Joe Rogan saying that the other day. And I'm like, guys, that I don't.
It's lost on him.
I think it's Jesus isn't who he said he is. He's a madman. That's C.S. Lewis has made that point very well in the past. So it cuts across. But even Jefferson understands, and in fact, in times led prayer services and church services in the Capitol building.
Yep.
And so I'm not saying like you must do exactly X, Y, Z, like a particular theological thing or whatever. What I'm saying is we all need to humble ourselves and understand not only is this part of our heritage, but I think it is also the solution to so many of our problems. That if we could actually faithfully pray together, despite our differences, so much of the nonsense and the accusations and just the split brain craziness that goes on online, the venom that is spewed, often what comes across is wounded people who are hurt and in pain for all sorts of reasons. Amen. There's no limit to suffering.
Amen.
And I've been dancing around this for too many years. Too many years. Eddie, you remember when I was at that GOP dinner and I told that NBC News reporter, I don't think it's going to be an election that saves this nation.
Correct.
And she looked at me like I had three heads. Like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, they live in this world and of this world. They don't understand.
And at that time, I wouldn't say I would have trouble saying I fully believe, but I still thought
it was always
like
there. It was in you.
Like this, there's got to be something more than just votes and who's in power.
Yeah.
And who's got the latest mousetrap or technology? Like, the AI overlords will lead us to deliverance. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Try that again.
So, I don't know. I thought Ted was fine if we stopped the clip after like 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch till the end, right? One of those kind of clips.
Then he started to lose me there. No, and there is, again, not to go into a deep lesson here, there are differences in theology. And especially in regards to the modern state of Israel.
Absolutely.
And so, like, the tradition I come from, not saying you have to believe it, is that the church is the new Israel. That Jesus is the fulfillment of the law and the prophets. He is the fulfillment of the Davidic line. He is the new high priest. He is the prophet that Moses spoke of. In fact, Jesus is the word that spoke to every single one of the prophets, the word that spoke to every single king and prince. That was Jesus.
Yep.
Through it. And he finally became man, and what a true miracle. So I look at the politics, and it's going to be perilous, and there's going to be disagreements, and it doesn't help. As you said, Troy, war is hell. And when you unleash hell on earth,
what do you expect?
Be careful.
And remember this firmament that we stand on, this terra, this is the domain of the third that fell. It's not going to be clean again until Christ comes back to reclaim it. And I try to tell people that. Well, why do bad things happen to good people? Well, listen, this is chaos here. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not immune to it. And I think you made a very, very interesting point a minute ago, talking about how people have used this idea that Israel, we were talking about this at the break, Israel is being blamed for everything here now. And the thing is, it's always been that way in the Bible. Israel has received the scorns and whips of time. But the difference is this. You said it best. What most Christians and some of these neo-types that are, anti-Israel and all that, I'm a Christian, they killed Christ. Brother, we are the new covenant, the God-fearing Gentiles. We were given the mantle through Christ to do the right thing. And people, it's lost on it. They live in this world and not this world.
And it goes the other way. Like, there can be a pride in being God's chosen people.
Sure.
And you could say Christians are the chosen people,
Sure.
Jews, Israel's the chosen people. But, I'm fresh off of looking at the book of Jonah.
Right.
Jonah don't want to go to Nineveh.
No.
Why? Because he's like, the Ninevites have oppressed us for the Assyrians. They've oppressed us for years, so I'm going to avoid it. And of course, you know the story. And when he gets there, by the way, he doesn't say, repent or in 40 days Nineveh will be destroyed. He just goes, and apparently it takes him 3 days to walk through the city. That's how big it is. He just says, Nineveh is going to be destroyed in 40 days. He doesn't even give him the repent part. And then it's almost a miracle where they all repent.
They did.
Put on sackcloth and ashes, and even the cattle.
Yes, that's true.
Even the livestock.
Yeah.
And God saves them. Or God, doesn't bring down fire and brimstone like he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. Mm-hmm. And so it's and after that, after they repent, Jonah's mad about it. He's like, how? And God's making the point of like, why would I not? If people can change their hearts, and I speak directly to their hearts, who are you to be mad because they're a different type or they once oppressed you and these sorts of things.
I offer salvation. What part of that don't you get?
So there's a lot of trouble, and we won't do this all day. But I saw that Ted Cruz was trending, and Christ is King is trending, and all these things, and I thought, well, here we go again. That said, we got to hit a quick break. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Let's go to the phones here. 272-9228. And familiar name I hadn't seen on the board in a while. Let's go to Big Bird. Hey, Big Bird, how are you, sir?
Well, hey there. How you doing? I love your conversation today.
Thank you.
It's just really, really on point. I'd like to throw a couple of things up for conversation along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Christ only got really mad one time. And he could have got mad when he went on the cross and bought our salvation.
Yes, sir.
But he didn't do that. But he did drive the money changers out of the temple. And we got to remember that there's money changers and Sadducees and Pharisees in the Temple of Washington, D.C., that they're trying to make themselves up to be all these great and mighty things. But, excuse me, I got a little frog in the throat. But anyway.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah. Salvation is something God paid for. He gave it to us. And all these people with all these power have nothing that they can offer that's going to give you true redemption. And when people accept Christ, their heart's going to change. Their attitude's going to change. And I just want to tell you, keep witnessing.
Amen. Thank you.
Don't
Big
stop.
Bird. Thank
Don't
you.
stop. Take care.
We do have to hit a break, but I found it helpful that whenever you see the bad guys in the stories, Old Testament, New Testament, maybe it's not literally you, but it's probably good for you to think, maybe that's me. Don't make yourself out to be the right one. Again, don't be ashamed. But I say that because I was so lost for years. I've said awful things on these airways. And it very recently. It's very new.
It's always been in you.
Recently, I felt a peace I don't understand. It's not tears of sadness. It's been a lot of weepy mornings of joy. And I've started looking up again. Maybe not right into the sun. That's not good for my eyes. But even on a dark, cloudy day that was yesterday after that storm, as the cold came rolling through as I'm driving after going to church in the morning, the clouds broke. And there's the sun and a hawk soaring right near it. Like, what a world. What a world. Anyway, let's hit a break. And then when we get back, try your frickin' peanut butter cups, guys.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. A large explosion rocked an area of Iran's capital city where thousands were gathered for an annual state-organized rally to support the Palestinians and call for Israel's destruction. Israel had warned earlier today it would operate in that area in central Tehran. There were no immediate reports of casualties. The U.S. military says a KC-135 refueling aircraft supporting operations against Iran crashed in western Iraq, killing all 6 crew members. The U.S. Central Command, which oversees the Middle East, said the crash followed an unspecified incident involving 2 aircraft in friendly airspace and that the other plane landed safely. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel says his government has held recent talks with the U.S. The comments mark the first time the Caribbean country confirmed such speculation. You'll find more of these stories at srnews.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-242-3131. 800-242-3131.
Don't miss cutting-edge coverage of daily news on the Alex Marlow podcast.
For so many years, we thought we would see terror. Is it a Muslim? Now we're starting to think, is it a trans person? And we've indulged all of this. It's completely our fault, self-inflicted wound. We've run so hard away from the science and towards insanity. They'll never stop. They will never be done. They will always try to take more. They will always try to create more chaos.
Subscribe to the Alex Marlow podcast on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, or at SalemPodcastNetwork.com.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. It's time to schedule your spring tune-up with Clark Heating, Air, and Plumbing. Don't wait. Schedule today. Give them a call at 334-277-2125. Alabama certification number 88007.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Our forecast is getting a little better today and a lot better tomorrow, I think. Today's high temperature a little below normal, high around 70 with plenty of sunshine. Mostly clear, chilly tonight, overnight low temperature in the mid-40s. But Saturday's forecast looks good with lots of sunshine and a high temperature in the upper 70s. I think we'll be around 81 Sunday with the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon and a better chance Sunday night, followed by another big drop in temperatures as we get into Monday. In fact, we may not make it out of the 50s with lows in the mid-30s by Monday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASE Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASE Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. The Alabama House of Representatives passed a new state education budget on Thursday. The spending package totals $10.9 billion, a 5.75% increase from last year's budget, which is the highest allowed under state law. The education budget includes $180 million for the Public Education Employees Health Insurance Plan and a 2% pay increase for teachers. The education budget now moves on to the Senate for their approval. Old Cloverdale Village announced the core completion of their new 11,000 square foot redevelopment project on Thursday. Situated along East Fairview Avenue, Old Cloverdale Village will serve as a neighborhood retail destination. Big Bad Breakfast is expected to be the first tenant to open in the development later this month. Montgomery Whitewater is hosting the 2026 ICF Canoe Slalom World Ranking Spring Races this weekend. The event will bring together Olympic athletes, Team USA competitors, and rising international talent. The competition runs through Sunday with 80 racers from the United States, Canada, and South America. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. an equal housing lender.
When your tax refund comes, put it on the floor and walk on it. Revitalize the look and feel of your home with new floors from Prattville Carpet. With faster and better service than the big box stores and luxury vinyl planks starting as low as $4.99 per square foot. You'll enjoy that tax refund turned flooring every single day.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for waterproof carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Dial 285-8117 or visit PrattvilleCarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
Join Blue Water Broadcasting for Warm Hearts for Seniors. We're teaming up to collect badly needed supplies for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium, serving seniors and disabled adults across Autauga, Elmore, and Montgomery counties. Drop off items like cleaning supplies, blankets, fans, meal replacement shakes, stretch bands, and stress balls at Corky's Homes, Highway 31 South in Prattville, for a forever home you can afford. Catch us live on location from March 2nd through March 13th. Let's show the river region what warm hearts can do. Visit us at bluewaterbroadcasting.com and help us make a difference today.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. We got Eddie Bader in the studio, man in the phones. We got Troy Carrico with Rambo Trump over his left shoulder, keeping guard. Did we fix the tip of his gun?
I called Montgomery Men's Health and everything got it straightened out.
Very, very good. And I forgot. Can we call Austin Barank? Got caught up talking about the other thing. While we're waiting on that, let's go to Randy. Hey, Randy, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Better than I deserve, man.
Me too. Look, Joey, I won't take long. Can I just give you a word of encouragement?
Yes, sir.
That you just spoke in the previous caller, that was real. It was very real. And I think that's why a testimony like that is so powerful, because I know you're not, a trained clergy, neither am I, but like you, I've been changed. And I have a peace that Jesus gives. And I just want to tell you how powerful those words are.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
You have a good day.
You too, Randy. Thank you, sir.
As Christians, we need to build each other up, and that's exactly what just happened right there. Thank you. That was awesome, Randy.
Again, 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation as it is. In this part of the program, I guess Austin is tied up. He's busy.
Friday, he's busy.
Yeah, and I'd imagine just everything going on in the world.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
If y'all are looking for some great folks to help you, not only with the investment side of things, like a stock portfolio, of course they can do that for you and do it beautifully. I mean, you've heard Brant McDonald with Vista for years on Greg's show, and Austin Branco working over there as well. You've heard on this show. And it's not just that side of the house. It's also like financial planning across the board. They have a whole team of different types of experts that can put together, say, an interdisciplinary plan. So you're talking about CPAs, business consultants, yes, investment advisors. They all work together to provide a comprehensive approach to financial planning. Could be you're just starting a family and you want to plan for your kid's future, things like life insurance.
Right.
Could be a lot of your money's tied up in like a small business. And you're not getting any younger, especially if you're hitting your 50s. You're like, well, am I going to be running this thing till I'm 80?
Yeah, you need to develop an exit plan, and they'll certainly help you with that.
Exactly. They can help you across the board there at Vista Advisors. And of course, it just starts with a conversation that might actually be Austin there. 387-0094 is the way to get in touch with them. That's, again, 387-0094. And be sure to tell them that Joey, that fella on the radio, sent you. It's Robert?
From Florida.
Let's go to Robert. Hey, Robert.
Hello. I just wanted to comment on the Ted Cruz interview there.
Yeah.
That was the Christian Broadcasting Network he was on?
CBN, yeah.
Okay. Well, Ted Cruz could go online and he could find a lot of people persecuting Christians online.
Yes,
and I've never seen him. Yeah. And, there was also the whole thing with Barabbas. Wasn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
They pardoned Barabbas. And, I don't see a whole lot of people speaking out about like the persecution of Christians over in Syria, in a lot of other areas in that part of the world. They literally, genocide in some of those areas. And, it isn't Israel first sometimes with some of these guys like Ted Cruz.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. And, well, I appreciate it, Robert, unless you got anything else.
Thank you, Robert.
No, that was it. I made my point. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, and also it's, I don't want to believe it's the intention, but you think about the number, after Iraq, the number of Christians that are slaughtered in that mayhem.
Yes.
Well, and we don't have to go into the whole story, but there's a lot of being frowned upon in that part of the world of evangelizing, even if you're an American, let's just say.
Especially if you're in the military.
So it is a shame. You start to see like the product of our foreign policy in particular, and I think, at the end of the day, I thought what I think of the state of Israel is that they declared independence, they won several wars, secured that independence. I think they have been under siege for a lot of times. Are there
Time to pull them off the teeth?
Oh,
perhaps?
amen. No, and actually what's crazy is you get a lot of, even the ultra-conservatives over there going, I think, we need to get off the teat of the United States as well. It'll be better for us, all of us, in the long run. I can look at Israeli politics and go, I think there are some folks who are a little hardcore about wanting to continue to expand and fight and all this other stuff. And then you can find the hippies. But sadly, those are the ones who, in the kibbutzes down in the southern part of Israel who were slaughtered by Hamas, people that had literally crossed into Gaza and brought people, little children, in to get surgeries and special treatments that could only be done in Israel proper. And it's again why I continue to pray for peace, and maybe this crazy real estate developer from New York City, of all people on this earth, Donald John Trump. Don't think of Trump, folks, as you think of him now. Because I know he's won the hearts of so many. He won a lot of hearts in 2016. And he's earned it in many ways. And he's also, incurred a lot of hatred for what he's done in politics. But go to 2010 or go to the 90s, the 80s. Trump has been in the public eye that long ago. By the way, Donald Trump might be the guy who brings about peace in the Middle East. You go, what are you talking about?
But do you know who paid for Jesse Jackson's presidential campaigns? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. What, but that womanizer, the guy who puts his name in gold on everything.
That's the
guy. Gaudy.
Looks like the Kremlin. It looks like the Kremlin in there sometimes.
It is a little gaudy, but hey, if you got money, you can be gaudy like that.
Well, and it would be under that guy that you're seeing this revival of, for better or for worse, the conversation about our Christian faith.
Total outsider, though.
Right.
And I think
even
that's why
him,
it gets people's attention.
He's on Air Force One going, well, I don't know if I can get into heaven. I don't know. It's at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, after Erica Kirk forgives the accused assassin, he goes, I hate my enemy. And again, God does work in mysterious ways.
He sure does.
And don't be like Jonah being like, well, but I don't like those guys. That's not how it's supposed to work. Again, folks, we're not the ones in charge. We're not the ones in charge at all. And we do the best we can. So I'm back to my point I was making in the first hour. Let's pray this war doesn't drag on for big reasons like death and destruction and hell being unleashed on earth. But also, you can think about the politics. And if this drags on months, Just months. The midterms are going to be
slaughter.
Yeah. The Democrats are going to destroy right now. And you just got numbers at the fourth quarter for was GDP was revised down.
Yep.
And so now I'm looking at Scott Bessent going, maybe we should have tried the Doge approach, Scott.
Yep.
Instead of the soft landing, perhaps we should have tried the no pain, no gain plan.
Yeah. Worked for Argentina.
It worked beautifully for Argentina. And can you imagine in a more dynamic society like ours, if you had done the pain approach?
Yep.
And for all the folks who say, well, that's not very humane or that's cruel to the folks. No.
I'm over that, man.
I think you would have seen more opportunity from everybody, including the poor. And a lot of these programs are not helping the person you see in supported housing. It's not helping the homeless person on the street.
Nope.
In many of these cases, that's not helping at all. It's like full employment programs for upper middle class people.
Yeah, really.
So,
That's true.
Yeah, I'm looking at Trump and team, and then, bring up the Epstein thing, which, okay, Epstein's become this symbol.
Oh, it's a symbol for
It's a symbol for the satanic amongst our society and in the top tiers. That's what it's the symbol of.
Mm-hmm.
Of the satanic itself, the demonic. Do I think everybody that brushed shoulders or rubbed elbows with that guy is that? No.
No, because he's a predator. He was looking too.
Right. But it is literally a hell of a thing when you see how everybody talks about that issue.
Are you kidding?
Now, I don't want to have folks, some folks think, well, if nothing's going to happen, I guess we're doomed. No, that's what evil wants you to think.
That's right.
It is not as strong as it's presenting itself by any means. It's, the whole revealing the method idea. That, I mentioned it the other day, like maybe this is just opening up the kimono and going, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Well, what you do about it is you pray about it, number one. What you do about it is you keep clear eyes, keep the light of God in your eyes, and you see through the lies. And that these folks are not as powerful as they think they feel powerful. They do depraved, awful things. But unfortunately, it has become like, what did Bill Clinton do? What did Donald Trump do? Yeah, go back and, again, I encourage folks to go see. Troy, did you see Brian Dawson's talk at the University of Montevallo, the Prove Me Wrong event?
I did.
Oh, it was great.
It was outstanding.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Outstanding.
But one of the things that more of the liberals kept bringing up was Trump and Epstein. And again, I think the worst of the worst in that case are folks whose names we don't really know. They're not hugely in the public eye. They should be.
Yep.
They should be completely revealed and held accountable. But, we are where we are in that regard. Oh, by the way, moving to just pure politics, SAVAC's dead, man. It's been dead. They've been propping this up like Weekend at Bernie's, like, well, Thune's working on it, and we're trying to get the talking filibuster going. But no, because you've got the almost dead, Mitch McConnell in particular, holding us up. You're not going to get anything. There's some folks, though, suggesting that J.D. Vance should wield the power as president of the Senate. The vice president is president of the Senate.
Yes,
he should take the reins from John Thune and
Not the worst idea.
wield that authority to actually push certain things through.
Not the worst idea at all.
Actually, it'd be kind of cool, just for the fun of the drama of it.
The Democrats would have done that.
Oh, 100%.
And, like, I guess there's a whole scene, like an arc or episode or two in House of Cards.
Oh, yeah.
Where Kevin Spacey as vice president does that. Like where he creates a small, tiny quorum in order to push through some things he really wants done.
Cool.
I mean, acting like a thug, that whole. Wow. I somewhat think like American politics there's a little House of Cards. There's definitely some killing and some sleeping around and some.
All of the above, brother.
Drug use and all this, like the dark arts and, But then also there's a lot of politics, folks. It's like Veep. Greg Budell loves that show, and he's wise for like a great sense of humor. But a lot of politics is like Veep.
A lot of politics, you think they wrote the show, they just followed some politicians around. Because it's so almost true to form.
Right, but then you still got folks walking around, and I love you liberal boomers who think politics is like West Wing.
Exactly like West Wing.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for West Wing. Like in those early seasons when Sorkin's at the height of his powers, it's just great stage plays that he's writing. The politics aside. But that's not how it works at all.
Those are the people that think that NCIS and all this is the way that real intelligence works. You just pop up a hologram right in somebody's office.
Don't be talking bad about Gibbs. That man's a national treasure. Gibbs is a national treasure.
You're exactly right, Troy. You know you're right.
Hey, they got a match on that weapon.
You know you're right.
Come on, stop it.
I know the corporate media was jumping the shark when, the FBI's raiding Trump, and the FBI spied on Trump and stuff. So they came out with a new show, because my grandfather loves NCIS to this day, and, he's of the age where he's allowed to.
It's okay. He can do what he wants.
Actually, I've sat down and watched. The original NCIS still pretty good. But, NCIS Australia with LL Cool J.
Don't you be knocking Ladies Love Cool James.
No, I'm saying Ladies Love
Mama
Cool
said,
James at the height of his powers is amazing.
It was amazing.
Mama said, knock you out.
Yeah.
But as the special agent in Australia, it's a little
it's a little.
And
he's trying an accent at least.
And somehow, even without a gas mask, the nerve gas that's going to destroy an entire city doesn't kill him. Somehow,
It's LL Cool J, dude. Come on.
He's got all those ladies praying for him. Right?
Yes. Don't eat Oreos. Eat Cool J cookies.
But I knew the corporate media was just toast because the FBI is just coming under fire. And they thought they could create the old magic of the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
So they created this new FBI show, and it's like all these good-looking men and women, all this stuff. And I'm like, who are you fooling? You're not fooling anybody. We know who Peter Strzok is.
Right.
We know who James Comey is. We know who Andrew McCabe is. And number one, they're not that good looking.
I was going to say that the hotness factor is not there.
And number two, this hero stuff. I'm sure there are field agents who do heroic things.
Sure there are.
And they never get the public notoriety and credit for it.
No.
But when you're talking about the folks running the show up there, give me a break about it.
You don't give them
Marshmallow
credit.
people.
Yeah, you don't give them no credit. They should be giving their people credit.
They eat at Olive Garden every lunch. They're fat. They're slow. They stink of garlic.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, yeah.
If I got to stink of something, I could eat garlic
every day. If you ever
day.
worked in a cubicle farm with all those people out there, and a lot of those agents work in cubicle farms, it could be really smelly.
Work in the cubicle farm filled with Koreans. And
you know what they call
learn
that?
to love the smell of kimchi.
Kimchi and Axe body spray.
You know what they say? I know you've heard this. They say it's like whack-a-mole when people pop their heads up and stuff when something's going on.
If you walk through there with a cake, you do it because everybody's doop, 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 doop. Yep.
Well, but then I'd imagine there are Koreans who think Americans stink. I think it's almost like whatever you're used to.
No, I don't think I've ever had that.
No, we had
actually
Koreans and we had some Germans and some Slovaks there, and
they smell like
they kept
urine
stealing
and
the
sweat.
Febreze. The Febreze stuff, they kept stealing it.
Yeah.
And so finally, I think it was Jackie, she asked him, hey, who keeps stealing my bottle of Febreze here? And then Bruno, he's like, my apartment. It makes it smell of fresh.
Germans smell like German women smell like
German,
urine.
Yes.
Urine and sweat. Usually.
So we asked Bruno one night after heavy drinking, what is the lack of deodorant in your world?
But God bless Poland, they smell like incense, baby.
No, listen. They're awesome.
Poland's doing all right.
I love Poland.
Of all the European countries,
they're staying out of trouble.
Hungary's doing okay too, but Hungary's a little too buddy with the Russia. Yeah, but Poland, they're kind of the perfect balance of we ain't Western Europe and we ain't Russia.
You remember the prime minister there? He says he's at the UN. He goes, "We will never have an Arab immigrant in our country." Yep. And before you get on your high horse, he said, we have a lower crime rate than anywhere in the world. Right. Mm-hmm. We have more engineers per capita than anywhere. Don't talk to me about technology and that. We don't need it. Amen.
Now, I got to go to the guy who inspired me to get into radio. I don't know whether to... I actually got a chance to tell him this on X a couple years back, and he responded. But I'm like, Glenn, I don't know whether to praise you or damn you for making me want to do this gig, which I think he appreciated. I'm sure. And, and I have no idea the levels of what. Like a Tucker Carlson, a Glenn Beck, or can you imagine what Rush Limbaugh had to deal with?
No.
May he rest in peace. But here is Glenn Beck talking to Mike Lee about the possibility that J.D. Vance could be president of the Senate. He is technically, the vice president is president of the Senate, but it's always just this formal role, and maybe you break a tie, like 50-50 tie or something. Right. Now here is Glenn talking to, again, Senator Mike Lee.
Is there any procedure that allows J.D. Vance to take the leadership role?
J.D. Vance can come to the Senate anytime he wants and immediately assume the position, the presiding officer chair. There is, I've long believed, significant and underutilized authority that comes with sitting in that chair. Just the ability to call the shots from moment to moment, to make procedural rulings, upon receiving, but not necessarily always guided by the advice of the parliamentarian, the presiding officer, especially if the vice president can do what he wants. But I would certainly welcome the vice president coming to do that. And I would also welcome each and every Republican senator weighing in on this and encouraging Senate Republicans to do the right thing. Look, I don't want to speak for anyone else. I don't want to put words into any senator's mouth. It is not my place to do that. But I will say this. I do think that John Thune wants to win the November elections. I do think he wants to keep both chambers of Congress in Republican hands. And based on my most recent conversations with him, including last night, I think he gets the fact that we can't get on this bill and immediately start heading to cloture. Let's continue to encourage him to prolong debate on this as long as it takes to get it passed.
Thanks, Mike. Now I'm going to say something that Mike didn't. I think Thune is a piece of garbage myself. And worthless.
All right.
I would encourage the White House to encourage J.D. Vance to go over and assume the role.
Yeah, I think Glenn's right.
Yep.
By the way, I was reminded of something. You know how we read that John Cornyn piece that now he's changed his mind on the filibuster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some reporter did a walking and talking going, did you just change it because Trump was putting pressure on you? And it's like, no, I actually think it's the wise thing to do. But come on. And then he goes, puts his hand up in her face. I'm done with you right now. And walks off like, okay, nobility or whatever.
Holier than now.
I mean, I saw a clip that reminded me of something this morning about John Cornyn, and I think Thune fits that bill as well. Mitch McConnell, of course, does. Remember back in like 2017 when the Russiagate is like at the height of the hysteria?
Yep.
These schemers, these senators in the sense of the senators that slayed Caesar, who they claim to love, they were ready to slay the Caesar of Trump.
Yes.
They were so ready to Nixon Donald John Trump over the Russiagate stuff.
Sure they were.
To go right along with it. What we find is an outgoing administration, presidential administration, used the powers of the national security state and surveillance state to essentially frame, working with the corporate media and political opposition, to frame the incoming president for treason.
Yep.
That's what they were accusing of was, in fact, treason.
Yep.
Wasn't true. Yep. And there were a lot of these guys who have been in the Republican side of the Senate. You know, people call them rhinos, a Republican in name only. But who's more of a Republican, the guy who just got there yesterday or the guy who's been there 30 years as a Republican? Perhaps what you are is not a Republican at the end of the day, though that's how you vote. Perhaps the institutional Republicans are just as much the enemy.
I think a lot of them are.
You see how these guys operate. For the longest time, I remember seeing it. Liz Cheney was on these airwaves with Dan Morris, and she was, always kind of, not too offensive, just right to the, not fully in the love and embrace of Trump, but not. But for a fact she was sitting there sharpening her knife until she thought she had the chance. And, of course, she thought January 6th was her chance to stab him right in the heart. Remember when Kamala got the endorsement of Liz and everybody thought it was like a big deal? And Dick?
Somebody did.
Like those same characters, they've not gone away. They've changed their face. They've changed what they say. And they have learned they can bide their time.
Yeah, their
heart has not changed. Amen. And it's a shame. Like, you can have these big, bold, dramatic elections and, remember the exuberance of 2024? Or the despondency if you're on the left. I'm sorry to Democrats out there listening. But either way, it was incredibly dramatic.
Yep.
And just, you think, like the switcheroo with Biden, and Biden almost it was literally pooping his pants at that debate. Well, that was so bad. And then the Democrats even going, okay, we got to do the switcheroo.
Now.
They just coronate Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And they did the big push where you think, well, maybe Kamala's got it. Maybe she's actually. And then Trump does the. Then Tony Hinchcliffe,
Oh,
of
yes,
all people,
Tony. I forgot
makes
all
a
about
joke
that.
about Puerto Rico.
Yep.
And the garbage problem was there. And apparently Tony's just an environmental freak, nerd.
Well, he loves Puerto Rico, and it is. It's
Oh, my God, Puerto Rico. That's my Tony Hinchcliffe. And because of that, it's brought up that he called Puerto Rico garbage.
Yes.
That then leads to Trump as garbage man.
Garbage man.
Then you see Trump as fry cook at McDonald's.
Fry guy, drive-through guy. Yep.
Well, and all this, by the way, was after you almost saw Trump killed in front of God and everybody. And I remember that moment. I have not forgotten that moment of when you first texted me saying something's happened. I see
Friend
the
of mine,
first
Sherry, called
videos
me,
of the pop, 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 Trump goes down, and that was all the videos showed.
Yep.
And you're like, well, what happened? Furiously refreshing feeds, and then you see him stand up and put that fist in the air
That's
with
right.
blood running down his neck. You're like, that. What a moment. What a moment.
Have you seen that photo lately?
No.
Neither have I.
And that's one thing. You look at American history and you think that was American history. And you start to realize the folks that have been writing American history, they pick and choose.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
And it makes me wonder how much has happened in this nation's history that has been buried.
Guys, there's so much revisionism when it comes to the history books. And what I'm afraid of, Joey, is the digital media, the digital sphere has accelerated that by denial of information and or changing of our history. So.
Yep. So just keep that in mind. It's not just the latest games around the SAVE Act. These folks have a lot of time on their hands.
They certainly do.
And when you give enough pressure, they put their feet to the fire, they'll change their tune for a time.
They do.
For a minute.
But
They do.
a lot of these careerists are just that, careerist.
Well, they change their tune. They're just hanging out. They know this guy that's here and here now is temporary. I'm here for life.
We'll wait
He's
him
here
out.
for 4.
We'll wait him out.
Yep.
We'll wait him out.
And they're going to be the same folks belittling Vance and Rubio and so many others. So they're whoever their donors say to go with, they go with.
Yep.
It's a shame. And this is the nature of, again, don't be looking to politics as your salvation. I think that's part of our problem, that the religious impulse has been funneled into the political sphere. I did it for too long with libertarianism. Like, that ain't going to save you. Your privilege ain't going to save you. Winning an election, running a government ain't going to save you.
Right.
Like, when Israel demanded a king after men just did whatever was right in their own eyes during the period of judges, they were kind of told, hey, this ain't going to solve your problem. The reason you have problems is because you've turned away from God.
Yep.
But they got a king.
One might say that it was not salvation in politics, it's damnation in politics.
Oh, a lot of it. But, it's also a fallen world, and we got to live in it.
This is true.
And you got to pick a person to vote for. And I certainly, at this point, I prefer trying to pick, who might be the next person, or at least kind of pretending. Sure. Like, you really want to be in charge? Go run for office. No.
Yeah.
Or have hundreds of millions of dollars so you can fund campaigns, and or go work for a campaign. Go be a speechwriter. Go be a logistics on the ground, ground game operator.
Be a lobbyist.
Be a lobbyist. It pays well.
It does.
Right. Though, you might be thrown under the bus by Alabama Power. I still don't think that guy deserved that.
I don't. I think.
When the appointed PSC bill idea.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
Okay, you've seen the giant checks that people win in the lottery.
Yeah.
Don't think he didn't get one of those.
I don't know.
think he
I'm
didn't.
worried about him. What is his name? GW or something?
I bet
think
next
he's
time
a
I go
good
down
man.
the island, I'll see him.
I thought he was just a good, honest lobbyist, and they threw him under the bus.
With a big fat check. Throw me under the bus with a big fat check.
A good, honest lobbyist. That's an oxymoron. Might as well find a
gambling
unicorn.
lobbyists are pretty honest.
Let's go to Clark. Hey, Clark, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. And yourself?
Better than I deserve.
Yes, sir. A couple of things. One, you mentioned, go back to 2010. Would you have ever thought Donald Trump would be the man to bring peace to the Middle East,
Nope.
et cetera,
Nope.
womanizer? When you think about it, 90% of the Old Testament and a lot of the New Testament is God using very flawed people
Yep.
to carry out a perfect plan. Apparently, he still works that way. So, there's that. Now, on the SAVE Act, can you think of any single piece of legislation in your lifetime that had the potential to wreck one or the other party, depending on the way it goes? Because if we get where you have to prove you're a citizen to vote and we clean up voter rolls, the Democrats can't cheat in sufficient numbers to win. I'm sorry, they can't do it.
Right.
That will relegate them to a minority party. On the other hand, if Thune cannot figure out a way to not only bring it to a vote, but get it passed and into effect, what's going to happen is you're going to have enough people that have voted Republican in the past say, you know what, I don't see any point in going and voting. When I win, I still lose. And the Republicans cannot afford to lose any of those people. They can't do it. They don't have that much cushion. Now,
you're right.
This earlier, I'm going to say it again. The difference here is the Republicans. Well, let's go Democrats first. The Democrats understand the predicament and the situation that they're in, and they're fighting tooth and nail to stop it from happening. The Republicans either don't grasp the situation or they do not care. One or the other. Otherwise, they would not be dilly-whacking around with this. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, and they need to hurry up, make it happen, and they need to figure out how to make it stick, not pass it at the last minute and let it get tied up in the courts and it doesn't go into effect. Or, well, it's a bad idea, but well, even if we don't have time to do it, no, get it done, period. There's no try. There's do or don't do. Let's just go Yoda rule.
There's a very wise, sneaky man named Michael Malice, who I will always love because he's just so funny. He a long time ago coined the phrase that conservatism is just progressivism driving the speed limit. And I think that has, in fact, been the case for so many years with the official GOP, and they liked that role. They liked being the person that's driving in the same direction, just a little bit slower.
Well, I'm going to agree with him, but I'm going to change it from progressivism, conservatism to progressivism and Republican, because the progressives, they want to put the foot on the gas pedal all the way to the floor and take us to hell right now. And the Republicans' attitude is, what's your hurry? We'll get there. And I don't want to go there, period.
No, another great line is from Malice is, William F. Buckley, what National Review's slogan or motto was, standing with thwart history yelling stop. Michael Malice was like, well, maybe we should try to stop it, Bill, instead of just yelling. And I really do think there are luminaries of the conservative movement. There are some exceptions, of course. Like you see, I think Reagan broke through in a lot of ways. The Gingrich sort of contract with America changed some stuff. There have been small victories, but think of it this way. I'm sure there were a lot of conservatives who thought when they elected Ronald Reagan governor of California that we won, we stopped it.
Oh, yeah.
Now look at California. And so
we catch up quick.
This is our opportunity, and it's a shame that what you just said, Clark, was absolutely true about you're going to lose a lot of people. They'll just stay home.
Yep.
Well, Sundance at Conservative Treehouse likes the term Decepticon. But it's a good term.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to win a contest that's us versus them when so many of us are them.
True.
And that's what we're dealing with. And one last thing. We got to quit using the term rhino. We really do.
You're right.
Because rhino implies that the person we're using it on is different than the rest of Republicans. Maybe we ought to call it Republican indeed. Because that's what we get from. I mean, they're not the exception. They're the rule.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great.
Y'all keep doing what you do.
Appreciate you, Clark.
See you, Clark.
This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and their Pest Pro, Ashley, and that great team are ready to help you with any all of your pest control needs, and you need to get on it. Now, this cold snap made the bugs calm down a little bit.
Slow them down a little bit, but they'll be back Tuesday.
They'll be right back. And so if you're worried about ants in the kitchen or cockroaches or spiders or wasps, bane of my existence.
You know they're looking for you.
Well, I did the spray and stomp with too many of them.
Joey?
Way too many of them. No, you were in the studio. Like, one appeared in here.
I
told you. It's true.
It was hysterical. Me and Craig about died laughing watching Joey freak out over it.
But the way he feels about little people, I feel about Ross.
I bet you walk outside and you're kind of like looking over your shoulders when you walk.
At his house he does, I know.
Call them out and get it fixed, man.
So get Pest Pro out there. And, of course, now's the time to get that termite inspection done.
Oh, yeah.
Just go ahead and get that done, as well as getting set up on that monthly subscription model for basic pest control needs. You can always learn more at ppsriverregion.com, or just search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey, Eddie, and Troy, those fellas on the radio, sent you. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a prospector.
That's right, man. I'm prospecting for gold. You dig?
No, but it looks like you do.
And you know the first thing I'm going to do when I strike it rich?
What's that?
I'm going to hire David Ernest to be my money man.
You mean everyone's favorite asset preservationist?
That is correct, man. I'm going to call him up at 833-596-7233. 833-596-SAFE.
You know, I've heard a lot of good things about David Ernest.
You know, he's the best money man around with over 40 years of experience.
Experience is necessary, especially when you're digging for gold.
That's right, man.
And I can see that you don't have very much experience.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you have the little plastic bucket and shovel like a kid would take to the beach.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to start out small and kind of pace myself up until I strike it rich.
Well, maybe you should call David Ernest first.
You think he's got a shovel?
Never know till you ask.
I dig, man.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir. Since 1983, we've treated you like family. Day or night, we do things right so you can live more comfortably. Whether it's AC or heating or plumbing that you're needing, whatever you require, call Lou Choir right now.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Our weather is quiet for now, but there are changes on the horizon. Mostly clear tonight. Overnight low temperature a little chilly, down to the mid-40s. Saturday looks like a great day with plenty of sunshine, high temperature in the upper 70s. I think we'll be up around 81 Sunday with the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon and becoming likely Sunday night before a major drop in temperatures. Monday's high temperature may not make it out of the 50s, and we're headed for the mid-30s on Monday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Vedder, Troy Carrico here in the studio with me. And I mentioned this in passing yesterday, but I want to give it a proper read. This is from AP News out of London. Centuries of British political tradition will end within weeks after Parliament voted to remove hereditary aristocrats from the unelected House of Lords. On Tuesday night, members of the upper chamber dropped objections to legislation passed by the House of Commons, ousting dozens of dukes, earls, and viscounts who inherited seats in Parliament along with their aristocratic titles. Government Minister Nick Thomas Simons said the change put an end to an archaic and undemocratic principle. Perhaps we need more of those. Our Parliament should always be a place where talents are recognized and merit counts, he said. It should never be a gallery of old boys' networks, nor a place where titles, many of which were handed out centuries ago, hold power over the will of the people. Yeah, because, in the United States where we don't have hereditary titles,
right?
We'd have no old boys' network, right?
We just old boys network.
No, we just went over that last segment.
We do have the good old boys.
We have the good old grandma one.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, seriously, to some folks, the will of the people is the new God.
That's right.
The Vox Populi, Vox Dei, I suppose. The House of Lords plays an important role in Britain's parliamentary democracy, scrutinizing legislation passed by the elected House of Commons. But critics have long argued that it is unwieldy and undemocratic. The case of Peter Mandelson, who resigned from the Lords in February after revelations about his friendship with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, drew renewed attention to the upper chamber and the problem of Lords behaving badly. The chamber currently has more than 800 members, making it the second largest legislative chamber in the world after China's National People's Congress. For most of its 700-year history, its membership was composed of noblemen, almost never women, who inherited their seats alongside a smattering of bishops. In the 1950s, these were joined by quote-unquote life peers, retired politicians, civic leaders, and other notables appointed by the government, who now make up the vast majority of the chamber. Roughly 1 in 10 members are currently hereditary peers. In 1999, the Labor government of then Prime Minister Tony Blair evicted most of the 750 hereditary peers, though 92 were allowed to remain temporarily to avoid an aristocrats' rebellion. It was another 25 years before Prime Minister Keir Starmer's current Labor government introduced legislation to oust the remaining hereditaries. The Lords put up a fight, forcing a compromise that will see an undisclosed number of hereditary members allowed to stay by being recycled into life peers. The bill will become law once King Charles III grants royal assent, a formality, and the hereditary peers will leave at the end of the current session of Parliament this spring, completing a political process begun a quarter century ago. In Lords' terms, that is speedy. Labour remains committed to eventually replacing the House of Lords with an alternative second chamber that is more representative of the UK. If past experience is anything to go by, change will come slowly. So here we are at the end of well over 7 centuries of service by hereditary peers in this Parliament. Nicholas True, the opposition Conservative Party leader in the Lords, told the chamber, "Many thousands of peers served their nation here and thousands of improvements to law were made. It wasn't all a stereotypical history of reaction. Many of those people, no doubt, were flawed, but for the most part, they served their nation faithfully and well." But Democratic horde says, well, thank you for that. Now go away.
Now go away.
You rich, privileged, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I think the only way the UK is ever going to really make a comeback is if the king stops being a formality.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I agree. The royal house is the only thing.
Serious.
The only thing that can steer him in the right direction?
Yeah.
It's true.
You've got to rally around the throne.
No doubt. I've always thought that too.
And I don't want that in America, but it's a shame to see this happening in the UK. Like, not just this, obviously, so many things we're seeing coming out of the UK. It's like, where did your faith in one another? Where did your confidence go?
You know what happened, and I say this, that, you remember, and that's still, Rob and I talk about it, about the video about slavery, and it's like the British AI voice, remember that? There is a despicable, self-flatulating misery of being an imperial dynasty that they cannot wash enough blood off their hands is how I think they feel. You know, I'll go to India. You know what I thought about after watching that video? The British had indentured service in India in the 1940s and 1950s. Don't give me that garbage. They did. They had manservants wherever they went. And the thing is, I think about it, and I think, what is it, Joey? The sins of our father? Do we pay for the sins of our father? I don't know. But I know they do. Something's wrong, very wrong with that mix over there.
No, there's a lot of people that would love to. Their politics is making people pay for the sins of the father.
I agree. I agree, Joey. It's strange. But then again, politics cannot give you salvation, can it?
No, it cannot.
No, but it can take you straight to hell.
That's what I said. More like damnation. It's more like damnation. Yeah.
Literally, bow down to me, and I will give you all the kingdoms of the earth. Said,
of the earth.
Yeah, of the earth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all he can promise.
In a second, the new overlords. You know, we just touched on it a little bit yesterday. The cyberchondriacs, the wacky beliefs of the tech elite. We gave that short shrift. There's more crazy stuff in there.
I figure there is.
Right.
In the world we live in.
Which one should I try first? This one and then
try Reese's, because the Reese's is the classic.
I'm trying to go. Okay.
That's going to be your base.
That's right. I'm listening to you guys.
While you're doing that, and you're going to try yours here in a second?
Yeah, I'm going to.
See what Troy thinks first?
Yeah, I'm going to. Call me weird, but I'm going to watch Troy eat his Reese's.
Reese's are good.
You learn a lot by a man by watching him eat a Reese's cup.
Why you? Wait. That tone of voice and that glance you were giving
I know.
him.
He looked like he was going to.
I'm a little worried about you, son.
Sure, a bite.
Just saying. When you eat a Reese's cup, you take a Reese's cup. Put it in your mouth.
No, I'm trying.
Oh, wait, you
put it in your mouth.
So you put a whole cup in your mouth.
You put it in your mouth.
You just filled the whole
mouth. My God, what
is
this? This thing is different.
Gentlemen, there are many things I could say at this moment, but all I'll say, the boys are on the move. This part of the program brought to you by
Mr. Beast wins.
Mr. Beast wins?
It's not even close.
Yeah. Not brought to you by Mr. Beast. I wish.
We got to get on that train.
We'd have better camera equipment.
Get on that train.
No, we're brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage, and it was great seeing Madeline this week and her hanging on the show.
I'm going to be here next time.
Yeah, I saw her on.
And at Alabama Home Mortgage, they're ready to help you buy a home, get that loan to buy a home, or if you're looking to get some money out, handle debt issues, maybe hanging over your head. Could be you want to reinvest in your property or your family in some way.
Or maybe you want to take a vacation.
Absolutely.
It's your money, man.
And, don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, 1-800-LENDERS. When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And local makes all the difference. And they've been helping folks for how long? Like, I'm forgetting the exact number. 2 decades at
least 2 decades.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going to get you in the right direction and get you a pre-approval, for instance, so you can actually shop with confidence if you're out there buying in the housing market. Or if you're, say, a veteran, they can get you the best deals in town, whether no down payment
100%.
Purchases or 100% cash out refinances. Oh, and by the way, though it's Alabama Home Mortgage, they can also service Georgia, Florida, or Tennessee.
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 So
y'all check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. You can always call them direct at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or you can apply online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. MLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This is Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. We're home to 7 radio stations at a rapidly expanding digital marketing platform, and we're looking for our next great sales professional. At Blue Water, you'll build customized campaigns that include radio and targeted digital marketing solutions. You'll prospect new clients, manage your own accounts, and work in a fast-paced, creative environment. Media or digital sales experience is a plus. Send your resume to jobs@bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones. Talk to Michael Cohen with Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Oh, we're real good. What's the score there today at Cohen's?
I feel like it's like 50 to zip.
Wow,
I mean, you know, we got Eddie in the house.
That's worth 3 points, right?
That's a couple
That's
points.
worth
there's
3
no
points
doubt.
at least.
Well, they teased me,
It's
though.
like
They told me there was
3.17
candy here. So.
times.
It's a field goal, baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, wait, we just got a sideline violation.
Oh, my God.
Eddie's too excited.
Was Eddie on the field?
I was going to shove my mouth around this piece of Reese's.
You got
again,
another
but I was
cup?
gonna wait. No, I figured Michael's going to ask me something right when I get a mouthful of chocolate.
Michael, before we get to like the great stuff you have there at Cohen's, like, do you really care how another man eats a Reese's? Because Eddie insists that
Yes,
he must
he would
shove
go-
an entire cup at once in his mouth. He can't just take a bite.
If you see a man take a dainty bite of a Reese's, what does that tell you?
You didn't qualify it as dainty.
I didn't say it was.
At least he's not taking a bite like the Burger King CEO.
Eddie, I think you think I took a
No, you took
I
a
didn't
decent
take
bite.
a deep. I took a half a bite.
But for
but
the
he
guy
watched
you are,
me. He watched
the
me.
guy you are, I
And
thought that
maybe
was
he's
going
just
down.
trying to show you how much he can get in his mouth.
No, you know what? A lot comes out of his mouth.
That's
I know that
very
much.
true. Well, I mean, that's just eating a Snickers. I'll give a man a Snickers. I kind of watch him. If he eats a little dainty piece, it's kind of soft.
Maybe he's trying to savor it.
Yeah, don't
No,
use
man,
the
he's a
fork
man.
like
Men do
George.
not savor.
Oh boy,
goodness gracious. Anyway, 50 points. 50, like you're in a shutout yet again. So it must be you got folks out there like installing a bunch of great things for people.
Well, I mean, we had some people that came in from Coosa County yesterday. They called, needed some appliances. They came in and got with David and got what they needed worked out, and we're going to get all that delivered and installed.
Nice.
So, I mean, we're really fortunate that we have these customers that have that confidence in us. You know, I heard Michael Jacks earlier today calling a customer's builder and wanting to know when they're going to have the mantle installed because
Nice.
they've already scheduled us to come out there.
Mhm.
And the builder's like, well, they hadn't really picked out the mantle yet. So we don't know how tall it is or what it's going to look. We're still waiting on the decorator. And so, but he tries to stay on top of things, and so we can get things done and everything can be smooth for the customer. And we don't want to go out there 18 times trying to check on something when we can make the phone call and not have to run a truck. And, it's cheaper for the customer for us to not make 18 trips.
True.
So, we try to make things better for us and the customer. And, and sometimes I've got one lady that we're fighting with Frigidaire, trying to get them to man up and give us an exchange on a refrigerator. So, everything that we sell has the potential to break.
Right.
But we want to get it serviced and we want to get it taken care of, and sometimes we got to fight with the manufacturers and to get a different outcome, because the manufacturer always wants to do the repair.
Of course.
That's their goal.
Yep.
But sometimes the customer is at a point that they want it replaced, and we try to facilitate everything we can for them, and most of the time we can do okay and be successful, and and sometimes the manufacturer is pretty hard nosed, and we're gonna have to do everything by their rules.
Right.
But it's kind of a joke here that we really all should be firefighters, because it seems like a lot of what we end up doing is putting out fires and taking, which is the service end of it, and everything requires the service. I just had a nice little old lady come in here with her husband and looking for a TV and sound bar, and I was like, you need to invest in Michael Jaggs, because he's going to make everything stupid simple and make it easy and make it so it works, and you'll know it works, and you can call in later. And she's like, well, I think we can just do it. It just plugs in. I'm like, yeah. I mean, and brain surgery is
That's right.
brain surgery if you know what you're doing. But the best thing that we sell is the service aspect of it, so that we know that it gets done like it's supposed to, and you get a better experience.
So, folks, get by Cohen's today. Great products, second to none service. Really, service puts it over the top. Reason why I think they are a 60-plus year institution. Generations that shopped at Cohen's. Get by there. 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays. And find Michael and be like, hey, I heard you on that radio show where Eddie was stuffing his face with a whole Reese's cup.
A whole Reese's cup, like a man.
Yeah, a whole Reese's cup.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him my other.
So is the chocolate better or the peanut butter part better? Which is better?
Well, on the Mr. Beast candy, the peanut butter is
no doubt.
better, but on the Reese's, the chocolate's better to me.
Okay.
Now, do you ever double cup it?
Yep. I'm a man, ain't I?
Has he ever double cupped?
Thank you.
That's ridiculous.
When you leave them in the truck too long and they start melting,
Oh,
you
no.
put one on top of the other. Mm-hmm. There it is, baby.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all come see us, ask us some questions. Let us ask you some questions, and let us help you make the right choice for whatever your needs are, and for all of your Reese's eating habits. Please see Eddie.
Appreciate you, Michael. Hope
Thank
you have
you,
a great
Michael.
weekend.
Take care.
See you, brother.
Got to hit this top of the hour break. Final hour coming up.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The U.S. Treasury Department has announced a 30-day waiver on Russian oil sanctions. That's to help increase the oil supply during the ongoing war with Iran. The step aims to freeze up those Russian cargoes stranded at sea and ease supply shortages caused by the war. Meanwhile, the decision is coming under fire from some European leaders, especially the president of Ukraine, who says there's no time to make life easier for Russia. At the Pentagon today, Defense Secretary Higgs has said the U.S. and Israel have decimated Iran's military. He also says that President Trump has a firm goal in mind and that the war will not become protracted, as was the case in Iraq and Afghanistan. On Wall Street, it's been an up and down day for the major indexes. Now they're all back into negative territory, with the Dow at this hour off by 75 points, the NASDAQ down 195. This is SRN News.
Hi, Mike Gallagher here, host of the Mike Gallagher Show. As we head into spring, there's some good news in the housing market. Rates have recently dropped. When rates drop, payments can drop. That can mean hundreds of dollars a month back in your pocket, money you can use to pay bills, reduce debt, or strengthen your financial position. That's why this is the time to talk to my friends at Fellowship Home Loans. They're helping homeowners refinance into lower rates and reduce their monthly mortgage payments. Fellowship also offers a fixed rate line of credit for home projects or consolidating a high interest debt with fast approval and a predictable rate. Remember, many people still qualify to skip their next 2 mortgage payments. That's 2 months of breathing room while you reposition financially. I've used Fellowship personally. I trust these guys. Before you make your next move, go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-MIKE. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 8193.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For tough, good-looking roofs, it's Tamco Shingles from Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For great folks and great prices, call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Our weather is quiet for now, but there are changes on the horizon. Mostly clear tonight. Overnight low temperature a little chilly down to the mid-40s. Saturday looks like a great day with plenty of sunshine, high temperature in the upper 70s. I think we'll be up around 81 Sunday with the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon and becoming likely Sunday night before a major drop in temperatures. Monday's high temperature may not make it out of the 50s, and we're headed for the mid-30s on Monday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
1819 News.
The lawyer for a Senate primary candidate who just dropped out of the race says that the Secretary of State, Wes Allen, is not helping voters here in Alabama avoid giving away their votes. Attorney Brian Taylor sought legal action against Secretary of State Wes Allen in order to ensure that candidate Morgan Murphy's name would not be seen on the Senate primary ballot since he just dropped out of the race this past Monday. However, Wes Allen told the judge he was already in the process of having these ballots printed. The judge ultimately sided with the Secretary of State and did not require him to print new ballots that removes Morgan Murphy's name. Attorney Brian Taylor has now sent a letter to the Alabama Republican Party chairman about this legal matter, pointing out that Allen was printing the primary ballots before the statutory deadline for candidates to withdraw their names. Taylor also said that the Secretary of State was unwilling to help clarify what steps needed to be done in order to properly remove Morgan Murphy's name so that voters would not be confused during the primary election. Taylor wrote in the letter to the ALGOP chairman Scott Stadhagen that it's incomprehensible that any ballots would be printed before the deadline for candidate withdrawals because that defeats the whole purpose of the law, which is to prevent the printing of incorrect ballots. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
The Hugh S. Banyan Trail System at Gulf State Park has been nominated for the top 10 recreation trails by USA Today. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the final hour. By the way, earlier, and it brought back memories, and I've talked to you about this, Troy. I don't know if you did this, Eddie, but do you remember the old school Age of Empires online or computer game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something like 25. No, this was different than the Civilization.
Age of Empire. That came after Civilization.
Yeah, and man, it was bringing back memories. Like and they really, I think some of those original versions, even though the graphics aren't as good and all that stuff, are much better games than a lot of these new ones.
No doubt.
And just fun strategy games. And it was a great way, especially as a kid, to dive into history.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came out with Age of Mythology, so you could dive into the mythological. And I would spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing those things.
I got trapped into SimCity.
SimCity, yeah.
And I remember the first one, I think 4 or 5 is where I finally quit buying it. And then they came out with The Sims, and I did that Nerd Fest for a while. But SimCity was, I could literally be on there for hours on end. You just blink of an eye, 4 hours have gone by.
I'm going to show you how old I am. I actually played the first generation of the Sid Meier Civilization.
Really?
Terrible graphics, you know.
Yeah.
But you got the Babylonians, you got the Indians, you got the space race, all that, and it was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of folks just for some reason talking about it today.
Eddie, have you ever played a board game? I asked Joey. We're about kind of close in age. Axis and Allies. Yeah. It was freaking incredible, isn't it?
That's what we played when I lived in Alaska.
Listen, we need to get
nerds play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I play Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm not.
We felt we were not nerdy because we didn't play Dungeons.
Oh, you were wrong. You were nerdy. You were nerdy. Trust me. You were drinking Mountain Dew and farting in somebody's room playing that and talking about girls.
Yeah, when I think on just great childhood memories, where you just don't have a care in the world.
Of course not.
And there's several, but I have this one where my family wanted to played Little League All-Stars.
All right.
Here in Montgomery, and so I stayed.
Okay.
And my cousin Scott, who's only like 2 years older than me, he stayed, and I can't even remember the adult who was supervising us. It might have been my dad stayed.
Okay.
And we're at my dad's old office. It was right off of right off of Carter Hill, like McGee Road.
Okay.
And where he had his construction consulting business. And so he gave us like a whole back room where we set up on, the big box tube TVs.
Yeah.
And in his office, he had a little kitchenette and stuff, and let us get like bagel bites and a huge tub of little chocolate donuts. And it had just come out Mario 64.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, you guys.
And I just remember chowing down and playing that game. And like this, and you do look back and you're like, there's a lot of amazing moments in life, and I hope and pray more to come. But like, sometimes you look at that and you go, it doesn't get much better than this. Somebody shared a video like that where it's a kid playing around with just a stick and digging a hole and like stuff. And man, that kid will never know that life will never be better than this. And somebody corrected that person, said, nope, when he has his own son and sees it, it's just as good, if not better.
One thing I've learned, and I've read it 100 times, I'm homesick for a place that I can't find anymore. I'm homesick for that, as a child, seeing the Christmas tree and just being excited over that, just the whole...
You become jaded in a way, and I went and took my stepdaughters at the time when I was in a different marriage when I was in the military to Kings Island in Cincinnati. It was an amusement park where we went every year. They have a 1/3 scale replica of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, guess what? I told the girls about it. This thing's so big, it's so great. I walked in, I was like, it looks like I should be in somebody's backyard. I was like, I'm so disappointed. They're like, they go, this sucks. I was like, I know it does. It's
right up there.
It's bad for me too, girls.
When we drove to Alaska, we stopped by Old Faithful because it was so. I was like, hey, Dad, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I can lay on my back and pee this high. Are we waiting for this? Are you kidding me?
I love it.
Now, aren't there some where it is apparently I've never been, but like the Grand Canyon really is something to behold.
Yeah, there is.
That is Hoover Dam.
That's amazing. And even the parks that we went to out there out west,
like
they were
Yellowstone.
Beautiful. Yellowstone was good, but to me, you need to be a camper, and my parents ain't campers.
How about those redwoods and sequoia trees? Man, impressive. It's so impressive to see something that large.
But what crazy about that now? When I saw it as a kid, I was completely amazed by it. I mean, as you can imagine, just dumbfounded. There really must be giants. But now, as an adult, I'm sad because those aren't grown. I mean, they're not.
They're not. Yeah, they're
done.
Yeah,
they're going to be extinct after a while. They will be off this earth.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, for all the environmentalists in California. How
Yeah,
do they
no,
screw
it's
that
worse
up?
than
How'd you
ever.
guys not be good stewards of that?
You just you let fish and game get into the fishing business.
It's almost like it's not about what they say it's about.
It's not. Control.
It's just a disappointment after disappointment
It sure
out there.
is. It sure is.
And more and more folks leaving that dear state, especially rich folks after they threatened a wealth tax, like getting out of town. But while I'm thinking about doing the outdoorsy thing, this is sad, but it's a good reminder, especially including to folks, because, we can talk about all these great places, but we are truly blessed by God here in the state of Alabama. If you love to do the outdoor stuff, and maybe I'll get back into it at some point. No, not with you with that tone. Don't bring Reese's cups. I'll put it that way.
He'll watch you eat them.
I'm just going to feed you Reese's cups.
Want to go camping?
So you're going to take a little dainty bite, or you're going to put that whole
What
thing?
you going to do with that there Reese's cup?
Stop it.
I'm going to eat the top or the bottom first.
Stop it with the perverse innuendo there. Stop it. But, I spent, as a kid, plenty of time, camping, doing stuff. But luckily, I never, got even close to stepping on a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
But we got them, right?
Oh, we got them, buddy.
yeah.
Well, a California mountain biker has died after a rattlesnake encounter in a nature preserve prompted by a month-long hospitalization. You like to believe, we've advanced in modern medicine and stuff.
Depends.
And Julian Enrique Hernandez, only 25, Costa Mesa, died on March 4th, according to the Orange County Coroner's Office. The initial emergency took place on February 1st at around 11 a.m. local time at Quail Hill Trailhead, a popular recreation spot near the Quail Hill Community Center. Yeah, it's not exactly clear how the bite happened.
He probably rode by, or you rode on the snake, and he just struck him.
He rode on the snake, probably.
His heart might have been pumping pretty fast, too, when he got bit because he was biking, and now it starts moving quickly through the system.
That happened to my friend down in Greenville, Doug. They killed just a baby rattlesnake, and once you cut the head off, you still don't want to touch the head.
Listen, there's still.
Well, Doug went to touch the head, and it got him.
It hit him?
A couple weeks in the hospital. I forget how many hundreds of thousands of dollars in anti-venom, and he really, everyone thought he was going to be the end. But luckily for us, Doug had been drinking a little bit, so his blood was a little bit thin, so it flowed through there pretty good. So if you are going to mess with snakes, maybe have a few beers first.
Yep. No, and apparently, I can't remember, I won't do it justice, but I remember, on my dad's side of the family, the part of the Clarks in Andalusia, there's one crazy cousin, and if y'all are listening, some of y'all now live around here, that love to just mess with snakes.
Yes.
To the point of tease them till they struck and then grab them behind the back of the head.
Okay.
I'm I just didn't get that DNA.
He probably put those snakes in the op rattlesnake rodeo, because that's how they used to catch them, man, years ago.
I have a fascination. We've got tons of water moccasins on our pond, and I like trying to catch them, and Robin gets upset with me, and I do. But I brought her some, and she's like, "Yeah, kill it," and we do. But we killed a 7-foot, 6-inch. I'm gonna pull the picture up for you here soon. Eastern diamondback.
Ooh, buddy.
What?
On our
Yeah.
A 7'6"
diamondback. It was. I couldn't get him all the way. I got him up this high, and his tail was just on the ground, and it was just fat around.
Yep.
It was a big bull.
Healthy.
4th of July. It was several 4th of Julys ago.
But if you got snakes on the pond like that, and
They're fun to shoot with an AR, though.
They are a blast.
Well, especially water moccasins. They're just mean.
They are, dude.
People say that.
Rattlesnakes will leave you alone if you don't get right on top of them.
Yeah,
right?
they'll let you know, but
I'll smell them before I see them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You could smell moccasins.
What do they smell like?
Real musky. Real musky. Yeah. And you're like, did I put on deodorant today? No, there's a snake around here.
Well, apparently fatalities from rattlesnake bites remain statistically rare in the U.S. According to the CDC, there are up to 8,000 people bitten by venomous snakes annually, and only about 5 cases result in death. So we are getting better with the anti-venom and the treatments and stuff.
Yeah, but let's say it happens in a rural hospital, which we don't have anymore.
Right.
I mean, where are your snake bites going to happen? Chances are out in the woods a little bit.
Can you imagine what it was like over in India with the soft-scaled viper, which is probably one of the most lethal snakes because of how many times it bites people. And
I would have me if I lived in India. I literally would have me a couple mongoose.
Or Africa.
Yeah,
or Australia.
A couple mongoose.
Mongoose,
just to take care of that kind
Ricky
of thing.
Tikki Tavi.
Exactly right. My favorite cartoons.
I still get a kick out of watching like the mongoose cobra fights and how like the mongoose just always
There's cats. There's domestic cats that kill cobras too.
Yeah.
Their timing is quicker than the snake.
And I will
they
say
get that head and bash it.
I don't have much snake problems in our house, and we've always had 2 or 3 cats. And
That's
to me, I really credit that to it.
I do.
Because my neighbors have it on both sides of me, but we don't. Yeah.
Anyway, I love, by the way, there's like suggestions for stay on designated paths. Well, what fun is that? Keep a distance of at least 10 feet from any snake encounter. You think? Wear protective gear and avoid the use of headphones to ensure audible warnings like the rattle can be heard.
The only protective gear I can think of is maybe snake boots. But if you're hiking, you do not want to be wearing snake boots. That is miserable.
Yeah. I remember a guy at Parks and
waders.
Rec. He big old dude. Had to be at least 6'6", 300 plus. Big old dude. Who would dual wield weed eaters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like off the interstate, like the medians and stuff, and he would just, and he would wear normal boots, but then he'd duct tape, like before he'd go out, like up his ankle.
Yeah.
And it was like just in case you got one right out there.
Snake chaps, guards, like fear. Robin got some.
Yeah, I have a primordial fear of snakes. Even like ones I know, like I've held, it's like ain't gonna hurt me. I still like I don't trust this thing.
I don't know, kind of part of my world, I guess. A lot showing land, we run into them a lot. But I'm not a fan. I still scream like a girl when I first see one.
And then you get the folks who are like all for it, man.
Okay, like, my buddy Ron, let him see a snake. He will stop and go chase it. Like, let it get in the grass. He still goes. I'm like, dude, no, man. It's,
don't do it.
No, he still goes.
Let me tell you what happened to me down in our barn. We've got the gym's down here, and then we've got a shed workshop. And I went to grab it. I have a rolling cabinet of tools. I went to grab it, and something moved. And it was smooth. I looked at it. It was a corn snake. So I took it up to Robin. She freaked out. She said, if I'd done that, I would have died. I would have just crapped myself. My heart would have came out of my bottom, she said.
That would have been hysterical.
Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Is it Boomer T?
Hey, Boomer. What's up, buddy?
Hey, from beautiful, beautiful Lake Jordan. Let me tell you something, man. When I'm out there clearing these lots off on Lake Jordan or doing somebody's grass yard, trying to get things up. Right now, the snakes are running out. Yes, the snakes are out, y'all, because I was
out,
the yard off the other day.
Yep.
And trust me. But let me tell you something, son. When you sit right there and you smell like cow manure or some kind of livestock smell, and you go, wait a minute, there ain't no damn cows but shit 10 miles from here, you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? When I smell that smell, I walk away and go somewhere to the other side of the yard because you done stirred them up. Then they're going to move on out, though. And let me tell you something about a water moccasin, captains. A water moccasin will chase your butt down. They
Very
will
territorial.
You. They will run. They will chase you for days. And tell you what else to do. Do not. I didn't do it. Well, I did one time. Well, I just see what they let do. Well, but look here. If you're ever going to take a weed eater and you got a little snake out there, you're going to cut his head off with a weed eater wide open. Make sure your damn windshield on your window rolled up on your truck. Let me tell you something. Oh, you saw that head shot up in the inside of my damn truck, and I went, "Oh shit!" And I went. And
you can't say that.
I never. I'm sorry. I never said that. I mean, I never even seen him again. All I know is I rode around in fear because I just knew I was going to stack on that thing. You know what I'm saying? But you hear guys, hey man, but snakes are out there. I'll tell you, I did clear off a lot the other day, and they said they're already out there, little small ones and all. But hey, and the crappie are starting to jump. If folks at Lake Jordan, y'all come over and get you some good old crappie. But let me tell you something, Joey Clark. Let me tell you something there. What's the other guy's name?
Troy Carrico.
Troy, let me tell you something, man. I respect you. Let me tell you something, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My father was 3 tours, Vietnam, command leader.
Yep.
Medevac.
Yep.
War hero.
Yep.
Was shot. God dang, son, let me tell you something. Boy, they landed that C-17, that was C-130 one time and loaded as many as they could put up in there.
Yeah, I believe
and
it.
And they take off and that shot off that arm and shot through that plane and suck. Stuff sucks out.
Sure.
Then they had to ride 37 minutes in the air, man. When my daddy wrapped his legs and held onto them.
Let me tell you.
Them leather straps, man, for 37 minutes, man, till they could fly so they could find the place. And let me tell you something, these guys that we're fighting right now, guys, let me tell you something, people. Stand up for your America. stop bull stuffing around. I'm sick and tired of people going, well, we don't need to be in the war. Well, let me tell you something, Captain. It's going to happen here. It's going to happen real soon.
That's right.
And what are you going to do then when it happens in New York City or Atlanta, Georgia, or Tampa, Florida, or somewhere like that? What are you going to do then, people? What are you going to hide then? Who are you going to blame then? You know what? Gas, so what? Gas went up a little bit. So what? I don't know boat little business, man. You think it'll bite me in my butt? But you know what? I suck it up. I don't pass it on. So people, let me tell you something. If you love this country and you really are an American, you need to get up every morning and say, God, thank you for my day. Every day, every morning you get up and say, God, for letting me be an American where I can go and I can eat where I want to eat, I can buy what I want to buy, and I can dang just about say what I want to say, and I can live free. I'm 64 years old, going on 64 years old. I don't beg for nobody for nothing. I don't ask nobody for nothing. I'm a true blue American, and I stand up for you, and I stand beside anybody else that wants to back this country 110%. And that's the truth. And let me tell you something, Eddie Bader. You got it, baby. Boomer is back. Woo!
Can't wait, Boomer.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. God bless y'all, folks. Hey, let me tell you, it's going to be a great summer, great time. 2026 is going to be your year. March is my month. Man, God bless each and every one of you. And all I can say, God bless America, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.
See you, Boomer.
Liberty is spoken. Ooh, that's a big old snake you're
Hey,
showing
big
me
snake,
there,
man.
dude.
You know what? You know what my friend did? He took the skin. We ate the meat. He took the skin. He made a scabbard. I mean, a sheath. For, not a sheath. A knife handle out of it.
Craziest thing when you go to skin a snake.
Thing's huge,
I don't care if
man.
it's been dead all day or just 10 minutes. That body still.
Listen, buddy, they will.
It just wraps around you. You just skinning that snake.
does,
And that just
it
the
does,
meat and all
it
is
does.
coming around you. Yeah.
Strange.
Good times. I know that phrase, Joey.
Joey, would you hold it up dead like that? I mean,
Nah, man, I'm good. I told you they freaked me out.
Yeah, but you just make sure there's no head on it.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
that
good.
one had his head on.
Yeah.
But I made
but that
Sam
one there,
darn
that's such
sure.
a big snake. Yeah, I would take all the pictures
Listen,
of
if that would have bit you, there would have been a lot of poison probably.
He's goner, man.
Yeah.
I don't care how much bush light I had in me.
It would have thinned the blood a little bit.
This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health, and they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you fellas out. If you just don't feel like a man anymore, maybe you got your confidence slipping in the bedroom. Maybe just all of life, your confidence is kind of slipping, which does happen.
It does happen.
You're like, what's happened to me? Well, it could be low testosterone. But there's all sorts of reasons for ED, low performance. You know what I'm talking about. And the good news is that Montgomery Men's Health, powered by Men's Pro, they are ready to help you with in-person care, not the quick fly-by-night online generic stuff they're going to throw at you, not these online pills. In-person care, labs done quickly, and they have urology-backed medicine that can create customized treatment plans for you depending on where you are in life. You know, there are a lot of young men.
Yes.
Even in their 20s that are experiencing, there is
sure
an
are.
epidemic of low T in the population. But of course, if say you're 55 and you just don't feel that snap in your turtle anymore, they can help you, get that confidence back at Montgomery Men's Health. But you got to call them. You could feel decades younger after you call them and get that treatment. 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or you can book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health for every man in every season of life. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
This is Sam.
Hey,
from Pike
Sammy.
County. Hello, gentlemen.
How's you doing?
Well, I heard Joey say something about putting the snapping back in your turtle, and
Yep.
I just had to call. Yeah, man. Joey.
Yeah?
First off, I eat my candy bar like Elaine did on Seinfeld.
Ooh,
with a knife
fork and knife?
Fork. Yes, fork and knife.
Sam, you're not one of them guys. Come on.
And it's I picked it up from Eddie.
No.
Right.
My Snickers go down 2 bites. I probably shouldn't say that.
Well, stay away from the wall outlet.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I've got a couple of homemade snake traps.
Yeah?
And I'll be happy to let. Oh, man, come on, we got ponds. I got therapy ponds, I call them.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, but I posted on the magic, the trick to using the snake trap and having it work. Because the rattlesnakes, I don't worry so much about. For us, it's the copperheads and water snakes. They'll curl up like a landmine and just wait for you to step on them. And so we like to keep those thinned out.
Sam,
But,
Sam, would you
yes,
agree
sir.
with me? And this is, guys, I'm around snakes a lot. And when I went to Ranger School down at Eglin, there's more rattlesnakes.
snakes down there,
There's more rattlesnakes in Eglin area than anywhere in the world. I'll tell you, they're coiled up on these mangroves when you're going through the swamp.
Just
But
waiting
anyways,
for you.
freak you out, Joey. It would freak me out. But don't you think people mistake the cottonmouth, the water moccasin, as being aggressive? It's really the banded southern water snakes that are really aggressive. The water snake's non-venomous.
The non-venomous
but it's
ones,
mean as a pack of dogs. And I find that the water moccasins flee me. They hear my footsteps and I see them swimming off. It's just my thoughts. Maybe I think people confuse it.
Well, here you go. This wasn't. I've got a picture maybe 2-3 weeks ago. My brother-in-law, him and sister, and their new little puppy dog they got over here in front of the house and the farm here in Pike County. And I'm talking about where they black runner.
Oh yeah, they'll chase you. Black racer, chase you, buddy.
Black racer. That's
They will
it.
give you a chase.
And the thing is, this snake, you understand, this is an access road to the middle of a field. I'm talking about it's 1,000 yards from one end to the other, and they're about halfway in the middle of it. So, but the snake had found itself, and it coiled up and was, just happy as it can be. So the dog ran up and got it upset. But
I'm telling you what, all this snake talks. I'm to blame. I brought it up, but like all the snake talks freaking me out.
Dude, just blast them.
like it.
Just blast them.
It's good, healthy eating.
When they're blasted.
Just don't overcook it, but just blast them. No, man, I've killed. The only snakes I've had to kill, like I call it, like in anger, the ones that were coming for me to attack me were the solid black moccasins. Only been a few, but each one stands out in my mind. Is I gotta kill this thing, or because it is coming for me. There was something else. I'm just cutting up, having some fun, guys. It's been a fine show. And
well, thank you, Sammy.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I was wanting to tell Joey, joy, absolute joy. It's a side effect of love.
Amen.
And Jesus loves all of us. And if you open your heart and you feel it, it will. It'll just it'll bring emotion one way or another.
Oh yeah, it will.
Well, of late I've been feeling that like never before in my life.
Good.
So.
Here's some other happiness I can share. Talking about the lobster and steak. Oh, man, I've got that story. I was in Desert Storm, just a few miles from the front, the day before the invasion. I was working TOC Sergeant. I was TOC that night when the order came in about 1 o'clock in the morning. The invasion was on. Yeah, okay. And but I can remember some contractor, and this is before Halliburton, but some poor contractor was able to get us all staked. I was at Lock Bay Echo, about 6 hours away from the coast at 60 miles an hour through the desert. Anyway, we'd all gotten little steaks and a potato for dinner. And these were the roughest, toughest.
Yes, they were.
They were. But we were so happy to have them. Some poor contractor, no telling what it cost them, but they got them to all of us. And we knew, we knew it was on. But
that's it.
That's it. And final nail. Golden Corral. Have you seen that? They got a lobster tail and special going on right now, and I'm going to go over and use my military discount here next day or so.
Get it, brother.
Get that
nice,
that's it. Lobster tail.
The golden feeding trough.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, man. I call everything a salad. I just it's a big salad. So.
There you go, buddy.
That's a lot of butter on that salad.
It's going to be delicious. An invasion salad. I will be ready to invade. All right, that's all I got, guys.
All right.
Appreciate
See you, Sammy.
272-9228. Now let's go to Daddy-O.
Daddy-O, what's happening, man?
What's up, all you great gentlemen over there? I'm out here. Been loading the trailer. I'm sitting on the deck looking at the water.
Oh.
I have beautiful Lake Jordan, Eddie. You know all about it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all was talking about them snakes. So many snakes are killed, like the king snake, chicken snake,
they're the
rat
best.
snake.
Yeah, they're the best.
And people don't realize that those things are something that you need around your house, especially if you live in the country or on
good
the
king
lake
snake.
or somewhere up here.
Yep.
I mean, they just see snakes, they're going looking for a hoe or a pistol to shoot them.
Yeah, king snake's good to have around the house.
Great, man. Yeah, they're constrictors.
Yeah, rat snakes. They're talking about that black racer. I just moved from a farm up there, up there in Snowden.
Yeah.
And, man, we had them black snakes. And We used to have so much fun with them. There was a lot of them up there on my property, too. Okay, had a little creek running through it.
Yes,
but
sir.
Them things, they fun. You go over there fooling with them, and they will chase you.
They'll chase you.
Will. Yeah, that boy of mine used to run from them all the time. But, hey, Joey.
Yes.
You don't like snakes at all, do you?
Nah, man.
Well, do you still like fat women?
Don't let him lie. He does.
What? Like what?
I'm asking.
Biggins.
You still like fat women?
I don't think they like that term, sir.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase. I'm sorry. Do you like big women?
Yes,
Sure.
he does. Don't let him lie.
Sure.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, I'm sorry if I said that the wrong way on this airways, but have you got a girlfriend yet? Because I've really been worried about that for the last year.
No, I'm working on it, man.
Have you met somebody? Just say, yeah, I met somebody.
He's met several, but
I think maybe I met somebody, but I don't know. I've recently gone back to church, and we'll
That's
see.
good.
We'll see. I think I'll meet somebody there, hopefully.
Well, I hope you do, because you're a good guy. I don't care what they say about you off the air, but
He's solid, man.
all right, man. I've used enough airway time. I got to go.
All right. Thank you, Daddy-O.
Thank you, Daddy-O.
Thanks. So Billy Lyman just sent me this picture of this moccasin. You see that frog hanging out of its mouth?
Yeah, goodness gracious. I bring up snakes, everybody's like, all right.
Yep, that's a good one.
This is a good Friday. I get to show off my
Everybody's
trophies.
got a snake story, man. This is Alabama.
Goodness gracious.
Man, that's a big one, too.
Well, we got to hit this break. We'll be right back after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going. But whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Real Estate Minute. Many of the real estate laws have changed recently, and you need to know how this might affect you as a seller or a buyer. As an agent of the seller, the agent owes undivided loyalty and full confidentiality to the seller. The listing agent can recommend repair services and vendors, pricing guidelines, tips to help get your house in selling shape, and negotiate offers and counteroffers for your benefit. A facilitator, which is the new term, cannot suggest a price or counter or recommend anything. They offer very limited services. A buyer agent solely represents a buyer's interest and can recommend mortgage lenders, down payment alternatives, and can suggest an offer price and write an offer. Whether you are selling or buying, you need someone in your corner that's trained to represent their clients. After training over 15,000 agents throughout the state and helped create and close thousands of home sales over 4 decades, get the straight information from Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. At PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
Join Blue Water Broadcasting for Warm Hearts for Seniors. We're teaming up to collect badly needed supplies for the Central Alabama Aging Consortium, serving seniors and disabled adults across Autauga, Elmore, and Montgomery counties. Drop off items like cleaning supplies, blankets, fans, meal replacement shakes, stretch bands, and stress balls at Piggly Wiggly, 701 East Main Street in Prattville. Serving friends and neighbors in our community. Catch us live on location from March 2nd through March 13th. Let's show the river region what warm hearts can do. Visit us at bluewaterbroadcasting.com and help us make a difference today.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
You can't control interest rates. You can't control housing inventory. And you definitely can't control what the national news decides to panic about this week. But here's what you can control. You control your timing. You decide when it's the right time to buy, when it makes sense to refinance, and when to tap into your equity to renovate, invest, or consolidate debt and free up monthly cash flow. Real estate decisions aren't one size fits all, and they shouldn't be driven by headlines or social media noise. They should be based on your goals, your finances, and your life. The smartest moves happen when you focus on what you can control and work with someone who helps you see the full picture. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the river region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
A new year brings new opportunities, and right now the market is starting to shift.
Interest rates are beginning to come down, which means more buying power and more options for buyers who've been waiting.
If you're thinking about buying a home, this could be the moment to take that next step.
And whether you're buying, selling, or investing, having experience on your side matters more than ever.
At Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, we're also growing our team.
If you're an experienced agent ready to make a difference in this market and want to be part of a team that values knowledge, support, and results, call Hannah and Eddie Realty Group, where opportunity meets experience.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. Our weather is quiet for now, but there are changes on the horizon. Mostly clear tonight. Overnight low temperature a little chilly, down to the mid-40s. Saturday looks like a great day with plenty of sunshine, high temperature in the upper 70s. I think we'll be up around 81 Sunday with the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday afternoon and becoming likely Sunday night before a major drop in temperatures. Monday's high temperature may not make it out of the 50s, and we're headed for the mid-30s on Monday night. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray to Publix.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Joey Clark. Eddie Bader, Troy Carrico in the studio. Pamela Dubuque is here early.
Hi.
Hi. And Troy wants to share something real quick. A little thing he wrote that was picked up by Task and Purpose.
Yes, I'm kind of excited. It's a military publication. Mm-hmm. And they were seeking spirituality with warriors kind of thing. So it goes like this. Where 2 or more are gathered. John's older brother was James the Great, another of the 12 apostles of Jesus. Jesus referred to the brothers as Boanerges, which means sons of thunder. It has been laid on my heart of late that every day in this challenge, every moment we live, we have an opportunity for sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ in a world so adrift in secular darkness and demonic subjugation. What did you do today to serve him in our cause? My devotion and fellowship today with you, my brethren. Men of first platoon, attention. Zebanath, Panea, may we be faithful to our great king as our brother Joseph, who obeyed and honored God. Genesis 45:3-8 states, Joseph said to his brothers, I am Joseph. Is my father still living? But his brothers were not able to answer him because they were terrified at his presence. Then Joseph said to his brothers, come close to me. When they had done so, he said, I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt. And now do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here, because it was to save the lives that God sent me ahead of you. For 2 years now, there has been famine in the land, and for the next 5 years, there will be no plowing or reaping. But God sent me ahead of you to preserve you and a remnant on earth and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So then it was not you who sent me here, but God. He made me father to Pharaoh, lord of the entire household and ruler of all of Egypt. Whatever circumstances you find yourself in now, know that our King reigns in heaven and earth. Trust him in the darkness, hold fast in his great love for the sheep of his pasture. But mind you, he needs sheepdogs in his pastures as well. I find myself gravitating to the nature of John and James, sons of Zebedee, who Christ called Boanerges in Mark 3:17. Boanerges in Aramaic means sons of thunder. They were ass-kicking evangelicals. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Thy will be done.
Troy Carrico.
I like that.
I like that. Let's go to Bubba. Hey, Bubba.
What's happening, Bubba?
Hey, guys. Hey, just out running around doing some errands and enjoying the show. And let me say, I love the fact that Joey and you guys are now even more so talking Bible, talking Scripture, talking God. I mean, that is awesome. You know, I do a lot of things myself as a CDL instructor at Trenton. I'm teaching guys how to drive big rigs, but I'm also a pastor. Which I love doing. That's my calling. I do a lot of things, but the most important thing is what y'all been talking about: Christ, Jesus, and the fact that you're bringing this over the airway. You may not even really realize, Joey and Eddie and the team there, talking about those things. Seeds are being planted, seeds are being watered, and God will always give the increase. You never know what lives you're changing just by talking about the Bible and Christ.
Amen.
So anyway, just want to say kudos to you guys. Hey, one real quick snake story, and I'll get off of here, is this right here. It's been a while back. We lived in Montgomery at the time. My wife calls and says, Bubba, there is a snake on the patio. I said, where are you at? She said, well, I'm not on the patio. And I said, just leave it alone. It's probably a rat snake, whatever. I'll be home in a little while. That wasn't good enough. So she calls our friend up the street at the time, a country girl by birth, and, she comes down literally in her shorts, cowboy boots, hoe and gun, and that snake is no more.
It's funny.
So instead of waiting for her husband to get home to be the man, and all I've probably done is take it and put it out in the bushes somewhere. No, she had to call Holly, and it just wasn't going to, that wasn't going to do. Snake in your yard was got to go.
Yep.
So anyway, enjoy the show, guys.
Thank you, Bubba.
God bless.
Love you, brother.
All right.
Love you, Bubba. 272-9228. Let's go to Duke. Hey, Duke.
Hey, Duke. How you doing, buddy?
Mr. Troy.
How are you, Duke, man? You know what? I've been thinking of you, and I haven't heard you, and I know that you had some challenges. I have been praying for you, so it's good to hear your voice, brother.
I appreciate it, sir. I got a question for you, sir. What about the wolf with sheep clothing on?
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah.
All of it.
That's what I'm saying. I look everywhere.
How you doing, Miss Pamela?
I'm doing good. I have a tattoo of a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Nice.
Uh-oh, look out now.
For real. No,
Oh.
to beware of it.
To beware.
To remind
Smart.
you
Right.
to beware.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I need to get in Joey for a few minutes.
All right.
Now, Joey, I've been trying to hook you and move up for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought it because she was a thick girl. I heard a while ago you say you like thick women. So.
Well, that's not really the point of what I'm looking for, an enduring love that ain't about that.
You're not looking for a
She
woman that
loves you.
could keep some good shade on you in the summer?
No, perhaps.
Joey, she loves you, and you can learn to love her back. Now, especially, you know, you don't like it because she's a black woman, and she may roll her head around every once in a while when you pointing the finger at you, shaking the finger at you, and rolling her head around. You don't like none of that. That's what you're trying to say.
Well,
talk to me, man. Come on, man.
I don't even know who this person is.
I mean,
methinks
I didn't know you like to thick women. You said a while ago they told on you. Now I didn't know that. Now.
Oh,
so that's the reason I'm all up in you about this thing. This girl, she done lost a few pounds. She always worried about you. Whether you gonna pick her one day or not. Now, but you like to eat. You like to eat good and everything, so she may pick those pounds back up. I don't know. To your satisfaction or what? I don't know, man. Talk to me, baby boy.
To quote his royal badness, Toya, I don't serve ribs. All right, like, come on, like, the goodness gracious, man, like.
Oh boy, how's it going, Joey? Though, everything good, man?
I'm better than I deserve, and I hesitate with a lot of the fun because I don't know. I felt changes in me the last couple weeks. Maybe they've been building for years, and I would love to find a woman, but I want to do it on the right terms and things that matter, not what they look like or, it's got to be something that's deeper than the skin. So, I'd like her to be beautiful as well.
I mean, do her money need to be straight?
She better at least have decent credit.
Be straight. Do you need all the teeth in the front, across the front? Talk to me.
Yeah, and I'd like teeth, and
you would like teeth.
I would
okay.
prefer not to take on a bunch of credit card debt.
Gotcha.
These sorts of things
Gotcha.
would be ideal. But
how do you feel about cats? Can you have a few cats?
Cats are cool.
Okay,
I like cats.
Okay, good deal. Like 7, 8. Is that okay?
That's a little. That is too many.
But so I'm not going to talk of politics today, y'all. I'm just leave politics alone for today. But I heard y'all talking about snakes now. So, I'll leave the snake thing alone, too. But anyhow, I just want to pick at you for a minute, Mr. Joey, about that right there, man. So she listening to you. Say something to her right quick.
Does she want to become a Roman Catholic?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, she's deep in the Catholic Church.
Okay. Well, you're right. Maybe I should start going to Resurrection instead. Okay. I hear you.
I'm going, man. Bye.
All right, see you, Duke.
Let's go to Stephen. Hey, Stephen.
Hey, I got a recent snake story. Last Monday, I was coming home. I live up near Marbury. Little creek down from the house, and there was a snake out in the road. So I stopped, looked, and identified it was a copperhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I lined him up, run over him, heard him pop when I went over, and backed up, and he's no longer. He's a good snake.
Good. He's a good snake.
That's
yep.
right.
That's how you do it.
Good and dead. Good and dead.
Yep.
But yeah, them copperheads, like I say, don't want to mess with them.
No, thank you. No, thank
All right, y'all have a great day.
you.
Appreciate you, Stephen. Let's go to Special K.
Special K, what's happening?
Hey, who is that Ranger you got there?
RLTW.
Well, look here. You and I done swapped some of the same dirt. I was with 2nd and 75th and Lewis.
Man, get out of here. I was 2nd Battalion.
Well, I was there in 79 to 81.
You, sir, have honored me because you are more senior to me. So thank you for your service. I was there in 91, 92, 93. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was there when we really did jump with.
That's right. Yeah. You were there when it was tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was girls weren't allowed in airborne school, were they?
No, not very many. But do you remember? One more thing. Do you remember George Conrad? He was sergeant major.
I do. I know of him. Yes.
But that was my RIP instructor.
Get out of here,
class.
dude!
When
You're like
there.
you're the OG. You're the OR. You're the original Ranger.
Thank you very much. Although I didn't get the tab because my MOS, I was the last in line for it, but I did go through pre-Ranger and RIP and all that crap. So hell, I felt like I went to Ranger school.
Oh man, listen, listen, tell Joey, what they do is they put you through a screening program. It's Ranger and RIP and all these different programs, and it's tough, man. I mean, it's tough.
Wait a minute. I tell you what, when you're 5'6", and you got to carry almost 100 pounds of crap on your back, and your squad leader is 6'3", it's a lot of walking.
Hey, brother, listen. It don't matter your size. You got to hump your ruck and the rest of the gear. You're right.
I got there though. Yeah, I tell people when you get to most units, they got to take you. Ranger Battalion don't have to take you.
No, they don't.
They test you first. Right, they test you first and see if they want to keep you.
Listen, you know what? I say this to you. A lot of people get a Ranger tab because they got to go through Ranger school. They're still quality. You know, that they're still a Ranger in my book. But when you serve in a bat like we did, it's a special privilege, is what it is. So
it is.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Special K.
Rangers lead the way.
Rangers lead the way always. Cool.
272-9228, though we're running out of time. Quick break here. Hopefully have Ray Bowles on the other side.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
I cannot believe it's 3 o'clock. I have been so busy today. It seems like it should be like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Kind of sound like you've been sleeping, Ray.
Man, this pollen's killing me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you got some pollen-proof flooring, Ray, that you could kind of sell me?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, if we had pollen-proof carpet, I would be a rich man.
You ain't kidding, brother.
Yeah, I need to talk to the mills. Say, y'all come up with stain-proof. We need pollen-proof.
We need pollen-proof here.
Something that'll that'll eat pollen and get rid of it.
Yeah.
So, but if you do need a floor, call us 285-8117. We'll come out and give you that free measurement. And next thing you know, you got a new floor, new shower, new bathrooms. You name it. If your shower's leaking, I had my brother-in-law tell me the other day that his was leaking, and I said, hey, call your homeowners. Alpha's great at covering stuff like that. So we'll be in there in another week or so getting him taken care of.
Good deal.
But anything like that, call us, 285-8117.
And make sure to say when you call 285-8117 that you heard Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey, Eddie, Troy, Pamela, the whole gang there.
Gang, baby.
And the snakes.
Absolutely, guys. Well, y'all have a great weekend.
You too, brother.
Ray. So what did we learn today?
Joey doesn't like snakes.
I don't like snakes, but I'm the one who brought it up.
Maybe it's because it's the serpent in the garden.
Yeah,
there's
maybe
something. Maybe you know it's evil. I like
there's
that.
something there in that regard. We also learned that Mr. Beastables peanut butter cups are better than Reese's.
Yes. They're better, but still kind of hard to beat the original. I got to be honest. I left 1 and 1 so we can do a comparison with Greg, too.
Did you pop both? Did you go full cup with both different brands?
I went full cup with the Reese's, not with the Mr. Beast, because I knew they were thicker and probably going to make me choke a little bit.
You want it?
Yeah.
Have you ever had? Give it to Eddie. He'll eat it. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat it. He'll eat anything.
Did you hear him? He just said he did. He nibbled the Beastable.
I watched him
He did a
nibble
little.
on it.
I had to because
I was questioning
it was a thicker
his
chocolate.
Yeah, he was worried it was too thick.
I didn't want to choke on it. I know you guys wouldn't do nothing but laugh. Isn't that like y'all would help
I was
me?
trying to give you the Heimlich maneuver.
And what would have been wrong with that?
Nothing. I would have been disappointed in anything but that.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway. And I think we've learned today that we shouldn't be shy when we feel prompted to speak about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe what I said earlier, that what will save this nation is when we can all pray together, not who we vote for.
This is true.
And right now, though, like I'm looking at this story at 1819 News, I won't bring up right now because we only got like 30 seconds left. Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a time, I think, in this nation as we try to figure out our roots and getting back to the true root that can actually lead us in the right direction. I'll put it that way. Put it humbly that way. Anyway, weekend, baby.
It's the weekend. It's going to be 35 degrees. 81 and 35.
Yep, I know, strange. We also learned that she has a wolf in sheep's clothing tattoo. I find that very cool.
Very cool.
It's very reminder. It's like she goes. It reminds me that there's bad people everywhere.
She has more tattoos than you could ever think of.
I know. I only got
Last night I saw her in shorts, and there are even more tattoos.
Yeah, I think I have over 100 now.
Really?
Yeah.
They look. Now, honestly, I'm not a big fan of someone with tons of tattoos because they usually look all crowded. Yours actually look pretty good.
She spaced them.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert now. Trust me. It's Friday the 13th, by the way, too.
What, Joey?
Yes, happy
What,
Friday
Joey?
the 13th.
There's
so much
three
wrong
of
with
them
you
in
right now.
2026.
I
We
know.
got one next month, back to back. They said it's very rare
No,
due to the Gregorian calendar.
February and March were back to back. Then there's one later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But Eddie was just so sweet there. Normally, I don't like people with tattoos, but
That's what he
I
did.
like yours
That's
so
his way of
much.
being nice.
That's what he did last week when I came in. Normally, women just who are taller, I don't really like, but you.
Normally, I think the broads with the different colored toned hair are
Right.
crazy,
Patty,
but
yeah.
not
Word
you.
broads.
Yeah.
He looked at
But I
those
still
Doc
stand by that
Martens and
statement.
said, "You could kick my butt."
You know,
Literally.
Okay, so
Gee.
we're gonna run out of time.
No, wait a minute. You trying to wrestle me? Oh no, I might lose. You might pin me. Oh no.
No, but I was
You're
listening
so stupid.
I was listening to something about the wife carrying
Oh yes.
competition,
Yes.
and I was like, there ain't no way, like I would be the wife carrying in that. But I know there
You
are
could.
men. There are men I could carry.
There's no doubt. You
I
can
know
carry
that.
Joey under one arm. Like
Maybe
a sack of
firemen's
taters.
carry.
Yeah.
I think I could fireman carry any of you.
I'm sure you could. I'm only 205 pounds, so you can do it.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm about
Fireman
200.
carry could be
I'm
done.
202.
Yeah,
I'm the
I
lightest
could.
one here.
You'd be
Interesting.
the hardest because you're so long.
And on that
And
note,
he's ornery. And he's ornery.
Well,
you'll
I'll
stay
take that.
tuned. Happy hour's next. Eddie's sticking around. Pamela's sticking around. Greg, Terry, they're next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy.